YouTube? Welcome back to another stream with the Flying Moose. It is your host, your captain, the Flying Moose, here with you once again. Sorry for the late stream. I meant to do this at closer to 11 my time, but we had a family business to attend to. We had a family breakfast this morning, which was great, but I didn't know my sister and my brother-in-law were going to be in town. They live down in Southern California, so it meant spending some time with them, and that family takes precedence. So anyway, yeah, it's a little later than I hoped to do today, and because of that, I'm not going to do the multiplayer thing like I talked about possibly doing because I don't have a lot of time now to do that. It's what happens sometimes. It's called life. So we're just going to do a normal flight like we've been doing. This is going to be to Lisbon from rainy Dublin, where we are now. They're loading up cargo. We're going to be flying cargo in the 727. And so yeah, by the way, I didn't press the wrong button. The video thing froze as I moved to it. I don't know what happened there, so I got it unstuck and it went again. But yeah, so it's just the computer decided to hang right at the wrong time. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, let's see who we got in here so far. So we'll see what kind of turnout we have because it's a little bit later. We had Homeroba or Homero Bargain. I feel like they're the same person maybe. I don't know. But welcome to you. Hot Airplane is here. Apparently has some exciting stuff to tell us. I'm not sure what's up with that. We'll find out. David Rothmuller, welcome to the stream. Alex Whiteley, hello. Good to see you. Rule Plays, how's it going? Let's see. King Poet, hello. Blue Crayon, my earliest fan, hello sir. How you doing? Cali Moo, good to have you back. Truckers TV, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Aryan Kumar, good to see you. Ronan Laughlin, good to see you. Boeing Manufacturer 8, how's it going? The Flying Squirrel. Hello, Rocky. How's it going? I see you don't own a cookie business, but okay. I'm sure once you get up to Minnesota area and that region, moose stuff is very prevalent. So yeah, but that's awesome, man. Let's see who else we got here. iGamer Fellow. Hello. Roger Jose Salas. Yes, this was your suggestion down to Portugal. So we're flying your suggestion today. Good job for putting that in there. I could fly to Australia. Will I is the question. And yes, at some point, but nowhere near now because we're hanging out in Europe for a while. So just know that. Sci TV, hello. And Alex Plays. Hopefully the airplane will be up soon. So Skyfly also, good to see you. All right, so that takes care of everyone in chat. We'll get TeamSpeak going once we get up to altitude today. And we will not have Tim with us today because he's flying his little plane to, or he probably already flew it there, but he's watching a college football game today over in Lansing area, I believe it was, so Michigan State. So anyway, can you help me with SimBrief? I don't know that you need to. I've already done my my flight plan, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's see. RN Kumar, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Thank you for the support. What program is that company thing? Used to own your own company. Oh, okay. So I'm part of a virtual airline, WestWind Airlines. That's not a program. It's actually a website that someone started. It's not my own virtual airline. It's I was part of it. It was started in, I think, 1996, long ago, back in like the days of FS 95 and 3.1 and those nonsense. So anyway, so all that means is we run a website that runs an airline, and we paint our own planes and do that. So the stuff you're seeing right now with the cargo loading and things like that, that's brought to you by GSX. That has nothing to do with the virtual airline. That is a program by FS Dream Team. You can find that on their website, and it does cost a little bit of money. It's been a while since I bought it, so I don't know exactly how much. You'll have to go to the website and find out. So yeah. So I don't know if that answers your question. But yeah. So occasionally you'll see me fly WestWind because I need to get hours in for my airline. So the WestWind airline code, if you are referring to the like our KO code, like our call sign, the non-car, the passenger aircraft is WWA, Whiskey Alpha, and our code for cargo is Whiskey Charlie. So WWA, WWC. So yeah, Jimbo James, how's it going, man? Do you only stream Fridays and Saturdays? No, I will also be streaming Thursdays. I've been streaming Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, but the Wednesday is going away because I have choir starting up this week, so it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be the stream days. Thursday will be an evening Pacific time, let me clarify, because I have to, get off work. So, what do you know? Kalimu, how's it going, man? Good to have you here. Good to see you. Let's get this walk around done. It looks like the cargo's all loaded up as I push the wrong buttons. And let's walk around this bad boy in the rain and see what we got going here today. And, yeah, okay. So we got the makings of a really lame-looking pitot tube, if you ask me, but whatever. This is like old generation CaptainSim, so the quality's not nearly as good, but, what are you going to do? I love this airplane. Tires look good. The little taxi light there looks good. No leaks, no problems. The nose cone looks good. But there is no weather radar that I have built into this thing, so I'm just going to call it the nose cone. 2 more pitot tubes right there. We got some static ports along the side. Fuselage all looks good. Got the wing root landing lights right there. Leading edge of the wing. Got a landing light buried up in the leading edge slat there. That comes down. Leading edge looks good here. Right, we'll see about that Boeing manufacture rate. You'll have to remind me later, though, because I'm not going to do it right now. Checking the trailing edge of the 727 wing. All the control surfaces are in their upright position. The rear landing gear here looks good, the right main. And strut looks good, no hydraulic leaks. Check up into that massive JT8D engine there. This is what is known as a low bypass turbofan engine. So there is bypass air that comes through here from the fan only that bypasses the core of the engine, but it is not much. Unlike the jet engines you're more familiar with today that are much fatter, those are known as high bypass turbofans. This is a low bypass turbofan. It's not a turbojet, which is a no bypass. So just a little trivia for you. T-tail aircraft, so something you do not want to get low and slow in, because as this dips down, then you enter the airstream of the air, and it gets harder and harder to pull that back out. So in a stall situation, you do not, you want to have lots of room to deal with. So low and slow in a 727, not a good thing. Alright, 3 engines there look good. The exhaust looks good. Just going to come around here, check the side over here. The left main looks good. Wheels, tires, brakes look good. Trailing edge of the left wing looks okay. And leading edge of the left wing as we come around here. A little bit of reflections there in the they loaded us up with cargo. We're not full today. There's some cargo back there. We're not full. We're about 31,000. I think it's 31,500 pounds of cargo today. So we're not full. We have some room to whatever. But let's go ahead and get up in the cockpit here. Woohoo! It's ugly. All right. Here we are in the actual cockpit of the 727. All right, guys. If you want me to sub to your channel, you're gonna have to post either it's something in the comments, not in the stream, in the chat, because the chat goes away. So I'm not going to remember that. So, yeah, the 727 is an old aircraft. She's an old girl, and Boeing Manufacturer 8. Yeah, so I understand. There's a lot of things I don't have to do because it's a simulation. It adds to the fun, the realism, the experience, the what do you call it? If I was in France, I'd say je ne sais quoi, but it adds to the immersion. That's the word I'm looking for. Even though there's nothing that's going to be wrong. So, again, it's just part of the experience, so go with it. I mean, I could just fire this up and go and ignore all rules and regulations and whatever it is, but we don't do that because it doesn't add to the immersion that way. So anyway, Lisbon to London, I don't know, maybe we're already in London, so I kind of want to bum around to some other places, but anyway, let's get this thing fired up. I think the yaw dampers are off, but well, actually, let's go ahead and just turn them on. That's where we go. Okay. Yaw dampers are on. I don't have the test on at the moment. The anti-skid should be off at the moment. I'm going to do that just so I remember to turn it on when we get on the runway. Stall warning. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Before I do any of this, it would help to turn the APU on so we can actually have, I don't know, you know, power. Always a good thing. Turn these pumps off. I'm going to turn all the... yeah, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave the pumps on. Gotta think about it. Change my mind. Room test's not going to be on. APU power. Close the field. What's going on? These guys are all triple. There we go. Okay. Bleeds, packs. That's all fine. Okay. Galley power's on. Battery's on. Smoke is on. Ground reset. There we go. Okay. And we'll turn the panel lights on. There we go. Hydraulic. A pump should be off anyway. Okay. Again, guys, posting the ideas for where you want me to fly. Don't do it in chat here because I'm not going to see this after the stream ends. So post it Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or on a comment of this video when it posts. Those are your options. Those are your options. Okay. Moving on. Now I can do this because now we have power in the aircraft. No, apparently not. How that goes off when I... I'm very curious. Curiouser and curiouser. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wonder why... I could have sworn that light goes off. Huh. Maybe it goes off once I power the plate. I want this on magnetic. We'll arm this, even though it doesn't really matter. There's no passengers today, but still. It's the principle of the thing. Pitos will turn on later. Seatbelt sign, again, we don't have passengers, but we'll do it out of habit. Beacon should not be on, but the navigation light should be on. And we'll turn on our various instrument lighting here. Because reasons. Alright. Let's do light test here, make sure everything is working. It appears to be. Wonderful. And there we go. Let's invent ourselves a... there we go. Alright. Because yeah, exactly. Alright. Plan the FMS. There is no FMS in this aircraft because it's so old with steam gauges. There is no FMC, FMS, whatever, flight management computer. So here's how we navigate in this thing. You navigate with the VOR or the NDVs, but because of the procedures for Europe and most things, most stuff is fixes and stars, and so I will be flying a lot of this manually just because of, you know, the lack of good autopilot in this thing for other reasons, which is fun. That's why I love this airplane, because you want to fly it manually. But in order to do some of the higher order navigation, once I find it, that's 6, that's right. We're going to have to use Mr. GPS Man here, which is off at the moment. I'm not sure why. It's like I don't have power in the aircraft. Oh! I know why. Stand by. What did I set that up as? Set up something. Like that. Maybe? Let's find out. I can find out what it is.
Dublin Airport information,
Okay.
Juliet.
Good, that's on now. Alright, so now. Aha! Okay. Yeah, so my, there is no avionics switch in this aircraft, but apparently you can turn the avionics off and on. The default airplane I have set in FSX is a Cessna with everything off. That's how you get cold and dark for the most part. And so yeah, so I had to find the switch I created on my yoke to turn the avionics switch on. That's what the GPS is off. So anyway, so we will use the GPS to do a lot of the navigation, which it's loaded in here with the. Let's see, this way. It's loaded in here with the flight plan from SimBrief. that we installed into FSX. So this is our routing today. I'll show you in SimBriefer in a second what we're doing. We're going to be going up to 30,000 feet. That's our altitude for the day. And so let's get a SimBrief over here and we'll take a look real quick at what we are doing. This is not a Boeing 717, it's a Boeing 727. 717 is a lot more digital. You do not see a computer below. You see a weather radar. That's not a computer. It's a weather radar, which doesn't really function, I don't think. At least not without some kind of third-party software, which I don't have. So, but yeah, that's the GPS right there. So GPS, which doesn't, whatever, and then weather radar, which, yeah. Flight director. Autopilot. This is the autopilot right here. So if you're used to the Boeings and the Airbus autopilots, you're going to be going, what the crap is that? Yeah, that's the autopilot. So all it does is you see, in fact, let's zoom in on this. I'll kind of explain this real quick since we got some time. So manual, which means I can turn the aircraft and pitch the aircraft with this little funny knob, which is really hard to do, by the way, in a sim. If you had your fingers on this thing, it would actually be pretty nice, but that's the deal. Nav and localizer right here. So if I'm using the VOR nav lock right there. Auto glide slope and manual glide slope. So this is basically approach mode with glide slope and approach mode with me managing the glide slope. So there you go. This should be off. And then you have A mode and B mode and AB mode, which really doesn't matter. I don't think the switch really does anything in this aircraft, but you can flip around. And then you have the auto flight paddles here. So this controls the aileron side, and this controls the elevator side. So you can do both things, which is really handy in this aircraft because oftentimes what we'll do is there is no like altitude auto climb thing. You can set a pitch mode, which isn't really the same thing. You want me to lower the yoke? I don't know that I can. This one lower? I don't remember. I think it already is lowered. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I can do that. Yeah, I don't think this really lowers out of the way. Anyway, I can do that. Move things out of the way. So what I'll do is I'll put the autopilot on to maintain roll control, heading, but I'll keep the elevator control off and maintain the pitch and altitude myself until we get to altitude, and then we'll throw the autopilot on for, altitude hold, which it will do. So, anywho, so in retrospect, all it takes is one knob to fly the plane once from the sky. It can, yeah, you can put it in autopilot and then fly it around with your fingers like that, which is kind of cool. I mean, at the same time, you can use the yoke too, but it's a little more stable. It's kind of like adjusting the heading and the altitude knob kind of thing in an autopilot manually, but a little more on the fly. So yeah. My route is showing backwards. Oh, I didn't update. Oh, whoops, I didn't. Actually, it's not showing backwards. It's showing wrong. The routing is correct. The altitude is correct. Everything is correct except the start and destination. The start is from Nice to Dublin, and that should be Dublin to Portugal. Let me fix that real quick, because I thought I did that, but I apparently did not. So stand by, and I will fix. That's an easy one. That is an easy one to fix. Route right there. You should be Dublin. EIDW, and you should be Lisbon, which is LPPT. There we go. Okay. Alright, now try it. Please get a Mountain Dew. Oh, I have Mountain Dew. It's not here with me at the very moment, but oh, nice. You lost power at your house? That's fun. Okay, anyway, so we were going to talk through this real quick, and then I got sidetracked on something else. So we are going to be flight level 300, going to Lisbon, Portugal. We airtime is about 2 hours in the air, it looks like. 36,990 pounds of fuel, And our zero fuel weight is 129,700 pounds. And there's our route. We're going to take the Pesci to Echo to Pessit, and then direct to Bakur, UL 149, Devon, UN 26, BHD, UN 864, Salco, UM 30, Lottie, direct to Boopy, direct to Inbom, and then the Inbo 6 Alpha arrival into Lisbon. And that is what we are doing today. Alrighty. So, like I said, we don't have to program any of this crap into the FMC because there is no FMC. We're flying a little bit more by the seat of our pants today, which is kind of fun, actually. And it is rainy. It's going to be a wet runway takeoff today. We're looking at taking off on runway. Runway 10, I believe, is what we're probably going to be getting. And so let's look through our departure brief real quick, because that's more important than ever if we're not doing an FMS. So let me pull up what I need to pull up here to do that. And let's look at the weather first of all. Current weather. Actually, I'll just get the current weather from the ATIS. Let's do that. Nope. No, not what I wanted to do. No.
WestWind 897 is clear to Lisbon Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain altitude 13,000. Departure frequency is 119.55, squawk 5173. WestWind 897 clear to Lisbon Airport.
Yeah, I'm not listening to any of this because we're not going to be flying with this actually. I just accidentally hit the wrong button.
Departure on 119.55, squawk 5173. WestWind 897 correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
Yeah, wind shear right here. Wind shear warnings on some of myself. Okay, that's what I wanted.
Dublin Airport information, Lima 182 Zulu, wind 164 at 12. Visibility greater than 20 miles, in light rain. Sky conditions, few clouds at 1,800, ceiling, altitude 4,000, broken. Temperature 14, dew point 11. Altimeter 2986. ILS, runway 16, in use. Landing and departing, runway 16. Use our aircraft in a direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact US Lima.
16. Really? Why did you tell me 10? What is 16? Oh, that little puny runway? No, we're gonna take, that feels a little small. And we're heavy laden, so we're gonna take runway 10 like we were planning on. I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, so like you said, our winds are 164 at something. Shoot, I already forgot what it was. That's what I get for not writing things down. Yeah, stand by. I'm gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna do it the right way. EIDW. There we go. 160 at 12. There we go. Okay. So weather is 160 at 12 knots. Visibility is 10. We got a few clouds at 1,800 feet. We got broken clouds at 4,000, and then broken again at 13,000 feet. Temperature's 14. Dew point's 11. QNH is at 1011, and no significant weather beyond that. Weather in Portugal is supposed to be clear, so there's that. That'll be nice. 2985 is the equivalent, which I don't think this thing does. Oh no, it does do QNH. So 1011. So let's set that. 1011 right there. And I think I need to set this one too. No, it did that too. Okay, good. So on the 727 we have the altimeter, and then we have the standby altimeters right here. So that's why you have the two of them. And then vertical speed, or sorry, radio altimeter rather, vertical speed indicator. Speed, Mach, clock, chronometer, clock, whatever you want to call it, and then the artificial horizon and the navigation rate. And this is not an altitude like autopilot select, this is just an alarm. So we just set that to be what we want to remind us when we're getting close to a thing there. Can't even get to 40,000 feet. What's the point? So. Yeah, sorry, Encrypted, no multiplayer because I got started so stinking late. I just don't have time to deal with that. I just need to get this flight in and done. So we'll do it another time. I had family stuff going up today. It's been a crazy day. So sorry, Charlie. All right. So anyway, moving on. So we're going to take off runway 10. It's going to be a wet runway. To get there, we are at stand 14 over in the corner here. So we're going to take Bravo basically all the way out to runway 10 to basically with Bravo 7 is the whole point for runway 10. The flaps 15 departure, and I'll be doing the takeoff obviously. We're using the what's the Presti whatever out of here, whatever it's called. I'll find it in a second. PSD2 Echo, that's what it was. And basically what that calls for is us to do a straight out departure on a heading of 99 degrees. At DW 55-1, we should be above 3,000 feet, which is just shy of 10 miles or so from the Dublin VOR. And then we're going to make a right-hand turn to 189 and head down toward Irvad. And at that point, we split off and head to 169 toward Pezit, or Pezit, or whatever you want to call it. So our only altitude and speed restriction is, only altitude restriction is DW 551 to be above 3,000, and speed is standard 250 below 10,000 feet. Transition altitude here is 5,000 feet, and then on our course as we go. Local MSA for the area is 4,000 feet to the south. Once we're over the ocean, though, we should be clear of that until we get toward EVAD. At that point, we should be well above 4,000 feet for our minimum safe sector altitude. If I have to abort because of the 4,000 feet to the south, then we will turn left to head north and circle around and come back in on runway 10. If we need to stop before V1, then obviously we'll just chop the engines, hit the brakes, and full reverse to stop safely on the runway. All right. Okay. The wipers do work, yes. In fact, I will demonstrate them for you right now. Check it out. Fast wipers, slow wipers, no wipers, closed wipers. All right. Ground Proud 45 uploaded. Who's that? I don't know who Ground Proud is. We technically could, kind of. It'd be very slow. It's not an efficient way to do things, but yeah, this aircraft could do that. So, all right. So let's get started here. We need to close our doors. So that means air stairs, cargo door, main door, air stairs, cargo door. That should be all of them. We'll verify that back here, making sure they're all closed. Gear door, APU, nose view. Yeah, good, okay. That's closed, excellent. And let's go ahead and call for, what is this? What did I just hit? I have no idea. I think it's cool. I don't know what did I hit? Oh, Control F11. I just learned something. Departure weather. Well, that's awesome. Ooh, I like this feature. I didn't know I could do this. Alright, well that's cool. I'm going to chalk that up for a rainy day. Okay. Alright, anyway. Radio altimeter's right here. 2,500 feet. Okay. Here we go. Air push back and departure. We're going to go nose to the left. And Juan should be coming out of the building any moment. Well, there's this guy sauntering around. Where is Juan? Is he already... I hear him. Is he invisible? Oh my gosh, I think he is. Oh, Juan's invisible. Why is Juan invisible? How goofy is that? Check it out. Juan's friend is going to try and push us back with his own brute strength.
Hello, Captain. We are waiting for...
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. That's funny. That's clearly a texture goof, but that's funny. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to tune up on 114.9 Dublin VOR.
Talking here.
114.9. set this to 10,000. Illuminati confirmed. Yes. Oh, good. Yeah, I almost forgot to say that. Yep.
Departure check.
Illuminati confirmed.
5 knots in
Mountain Aviation, how's it going, man?
Release parking brake. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Alright, we're ready for engine start. So, what you gotta do is, first of all, I gotta reset the packs here. We want to turn the packs off, and I need all the bleeds on. So that's good to go. And now, we go up here. Let's start with engine 3. And we're watching for N2 to come up around 20. We got fuel flow, N2, EGT, N1, and engine pressure ratio, or EPR. So that's right around 20 there. Hear that thump of the light up. We won't get the V1, V2, V1, V2 speeds until we put our flaps down. It's going to calculate that for us. I'll show you that in a second. Little thing CaptainSim does. Because we don't have an FMS. By the way, somebody, I think it was Hot Airplane, said they had some news for us. I'm curious what that was. If you said it, I didn't see it, or I missed it. Alright, engine number 3 is running. Let's go ahead and start engine 1. Oh, did I turn on the... No, I did not. Take it on. Light up. Alright, and we got a good start on 1, and we'll start number 2. Light up on number 2. One is kind of in today. I think we're using the force to move the plane because, as you'll see, this guy is using his mind. It's like using the force. It's kind of an Illuminati thing going on here, so yeah. It's kind of interesting. No, this is not a Concorde. This is a 727. Concorde would have 4 engines. So, I don't, like I said, I don't know if the Concorde I have will work for steam. So, all right, parking brake set. Let's go back here. We need to deal with the bus ties here. We're going to close that. Switch over, trip the generator, and then generator on these guys. Generator 3 is set to standby. Packs can come back on. Bleed air goes off on the APU, and APU goes off.
Tow truck disconnected. 5 knots main removed.
A hydraulic pumps to come on, and we're going to reconfigure the fuel to burn out of the center tank. And that's it. All right, flaps 15. And trim to about 5.
Left is clear.
So now we set flaps 15. Here's our there we go. V1 VR is combined basically. V2 plus 15, or V2 plus 10, I'm not sure. So about 138 or so, 136 maybe is V1 VR. V2 is about 140, about 152 it looks like maybe. So The engine is not off. The engines are all running. Alright. Alright. Check down here. We'll check for rudder. Left. Right. That dude just vanished, by the way. More Illuminati stuff going on. There's some freaky stuff going on here in Dublin. Alright. And back. And I don't have a way of seeing the aileron, so we just have to kind of assume it's working. So, yeah. Alright, so, yeah, so Hot Airplane what was the big news you wanted to share with us? Or whoever that was. I thought it was Hot Airplane, maybe not. Taxi lights on. Go ahead and turn the pitos on at this point. And I'm going to turn off the flood. And here we go. Oh, that was the big news? Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that Hot Airplane. Oops, that's where I want to go right there. This way. Just to kind of backed us up onto the taxiway I wanted to be on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no ATC because the ATC sucks. So, no. Should probably turn those guys on. Alright, so this is going to be Bravo. It's going to take us all the way to the end here. We're not taking off yet, so I don't need takeoff clearance yet. Yet being the key word. This is one of those things where, yeah, the air traffic control would help with the immersion, but when the air traffic control is so bad, it degrades in the immersion, I have to pull the plug, so we just do our own thing. And Alright, iGamer fellow, thanks for the support. We'll see you next time. We'll hopefully have a good flight. Red button on the yoke is autopilot disconnect. But it doesn't work. That's what it would be if it was modeled. So you have to hit the flappy paddles down here, as they say in Top Gear or Grand Tour now. The flappy paddles. We are not going too fast. We are going 12 knots. That is well within reason. Some people taxi up to 30 knots. No, that is a result of my the mappings of my throttle quadrant. That's just that's POTS, you know, the potentiometers in the throttle quadrant doing things. So. Do 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 do. So the rest of this weekend for me should be fun. We're going to, I am going to head up to Castle Air Museum. It used to be Castle Air Force Base, up in Merced. It's about an hour or so from here. And Yeah, I think I did start singing that, didn't I? I'm not a Saints fan, but not sure why that was in my head. But anyway, they're having open cockpit day tomorrow at the Air Museum. So I actually have never been to Castle Air Museum before, and it's right there. So it'll be pretty fun. I'm going to do that tomorrow after church because I think it's there from like 9 to 5, and so I'll head up right after church at right around noon and catch the latter half. It's going to be stinking hot, but it'll be worth it. And then Monday, I'm going to get up bright and early and drive down to Southern California and go do a little bit of plane spotting at LAX for the day. Just hang out and be cool. So for any of you fans that live in the Southern California area, if you want to come say hi, that's where I'll be. Be more than happy to meet up with you. Okay, so a second ago you said too fast. Now you want me to taxi fast. You gotta make up your mind, dude. Push Aviation. You're going to the Merced, the Castle Air Museum as well? I've done a face reveal, and I'll show you again while we're on here. Don't worry. Oh, that's awesome. Do you live up in that area, or are you just from somewhere else? I'll be there by 10 with girlfriend. Nice, awesome. Yeah, are you from the area? Are you coming in from somewhere like Bay Area or something like that, or? This is a 727. That guy. Bay Area. All right, awesome, man. Well, that is cool. Yeah, I probably won't be up there. I won't get out of church until around noon, and by the time I finally get on the road, it'll probably be closer to 1:30. Well, not 1:30. 12:45, 1, something like that. So I'll probably be up there somewhere in the vicinity of 2. Somewhere between 1:30 and 2 is when I'll probably be there. Baxter Cat, hey, how's it going? It's been a little while. Good to see you again, man. Yeah, it is payware. It's older payware. It's CaptainSim 727. It's from many years ago. It's still available. You can still buy it. I'd imagine it's pretty cheap at this point. Well, thank you, Little Gamer himself. I appreciate that. Well, subs are coming. We're getting more and more as we go, so. Oh yeah, that's push. That's that's exactly where I am going. The In and Out, that little park right there at Sepulveda for right at the base of 24 right. That's where I hang out. So. Cheeky Breaky, okay, you're a bit far away if you're in Russia, but that's awesome. Yes, I am a football fan, and the team I follow is, believe it or not, I live in California. I've lived in California all my life. The team I follow is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am a diehard Jags fan, so we are not good at the moment. I'm hoping this year we'll start to pull ourselves up, but yeah, those are houses. It's autogen. So houses, businesses, who knows what's really there in real life. It's autogen. So yeah. So I follow the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cheeky Breaky, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. Flaming Chris, hey man, how's it going? How you doing? I don't really have a favorite hockey team. I don't really watch hockey. We used to have a fun hockey team to watch here in Fresno, and then they kind of screwed it up a little bit. It's still here, kind of. They renamed it. Anyway, it just kind of got lame. So, but I'm not a huge. I mean, I'll go watch hockey, but that's the only way I'm going to watch hockey is if I go in person to the arena. I do like the fact that it's cold in there. I like cold. So, and I love watching the Zamboni do its thing in the in between periods. All the diehard hockey fans are rolling their eyes right now, like, "Oh my gosh." So yeah, I'm not. My main sport that I enjoy is football. Yeah, I figure it's That's again, that's FSX autogen for it. It has no bearing in reality necessarily. So that's just how it works. We are flying to Lisbon from where are we at? Dublin, Ireland. So flying down to Lisbon, Portugal, in the 727 freighter. Yeah, push. I am from Fresno. No, not Raiders for me. I'm a Jacksonville fan. Jacksonville Jaguars. Other side of the country. Finally went to a game last year. They went to their opening game. We lost to Green Bay barely, but it was a lot of fun. Oh, man. And it was so hot. Holy crap. Alright, landing lights on. Flaps are down. Trim is set. We are good to go. Oh, that's cool. So, about how old are you, Push Aviation? Check. Take off power set.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Plus 10.
Okay, so you're not that much younger than me. I'm 34, so. Flaps 5. I do play some other games. I don't stream other games, but I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time. I used to play it a lot. I went back and tried to play it online not that long ago, and boy, do I suck now comparatively. I just get shot all the time. I lost my touch. I used to be really good. Not anymore. Not anymore. Alright, that's basically our turn here, so let's start that. Going down to 189. Flaps in.
Flaps up. Slats retract.
Pull back to climb power here. I've tried VATSIM. I do VATSIM occasionally, just few and far between. And I've made my reasons relatively known. It's really because I don't like going from controlled airspace to not controlled airspace and vice versa. If I'm going to be controlled, I like to be controlled the whole time. No, I'm using a yoke and pedals and throttles. Yeah, like proper equipment. Yeah, it's evening, it's sunset. Yep, it is kind of crazy when you think about it, how these things fly. I saw you in chat talking about something. I'm not sure if you're talking about the news or your news or what. Make sure we're not getting too off course here. It's hard to fly this thing RNAV. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just keep on going. 2, 3, 30,000 feet. Go ahead and start accelerating here. What air show did you go to today, Hot Airplane? Short flight do you recommend you to do? Do London to Amsterdam, it's a pretty short flight. Or London to Paris, that's a short flight too. Sour, man. Well, I don't know about the Carolina Panthers because Cam Newton's not really the same guy anymore. But the New England Patriots will probably definitely make mincemeat of my Jaguars. Yes, that's true. Unfortunately so. Alright, we're about to hit our little turn down here to 169. I need you to speed up. And 10,000 feet, so let's keep the landing lights off. Justin Wilson, welcome to the stream, sir. Subscriber notifications, you talking about on the, like the pop-up? That's Streamlabs. Oh, that's cool, on airplane. That is awesome. Clive, KMH, what part of California are you from? Because I'm in California as well. Bud Fields, welcome to the stream, sir. How's it going? Akina, how's it going, man? Good to see you again. Nope, I gotta make our 169 turn here. By 1 point, actually. Not a couple points, 1 point. Just saying. And preseason really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I mean, we won our first and last preseason game, and that's great and all, but it really doesn't necessarily mean anything for the regular season because they're not ever playing all the players that are going to play. So, by that token, Cheeker Squeaker, how's it going? Los Altos, 40 degrees? Oh gosh, I wish it was 40 degrees here. It's like 110 here. Good grief. You mean my job that I still have because YouTube doesn't pay the bills? With only 2,000 subscribers, I'm not making hardly any money off YouTube. Let me just say that. No, my job currently is I'm a facility manager for a church. And then I also write, fill out appraisal reports for an appraiser on the side. And YouTube is on another side, so I do lots of things. Yeah, once I get up here to altitude, since I'm not on autopilot yet, because I gotta be a little bit more in control on this guy than normal aircraft. So once I actually get up into altitude here, we'll turn TeamSpeak on. Yeah, we're not on TeamSpeak yet, so in a bit. In a bit. Oh, you meant Celsius. Oh, okay. Well, wait. Okay, 40 degrees. Really? That seems excessive. I mean, even for here. What is that in Fahrenheit? I'm in Fresno, California. This is Central Valley. I'm sure you are, Kelly Moo. I'm sure you are. So at this point, I'm going to switch this to GPS. Clive, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. And I'm going to switch this to nav.
Autoflight.
And so it should now align me GPS-wise, and I'm just going to manage the elevator. It's 104 degrees in Los Altos. Oh my gosh. You guys must be dying up there. I mean, we're used to it down here, unfortunately. Yeah, hot airplane. I'll give you a face reveal. I gotta get to altitude first. I can't fly and face reveal at the same time when I'm actually hand flying the thing. So.
Barometer sets.
Yeah, a while ago. What a beautiful evening. Yeah, I know encrypted. I'm gonna get TeamSpeak up in a little bit. Not at cruise altitude yet. I'm still hand flying half the airplane, so. Yeah, I know, that's the downside of getting bigger and bigger, is the interaction kind of becomes less and less, because otherwise I'd just be trying to dodge questions all the time, so. Yeah, I do like, I mean, I'm always going to, even as big as it gets, I'm always going to have some level of interaction, because otherwise it's boring. I'm not going to ignore people, obviously. But, yeah, Calimoo's waiting for me, too. But yeah, it gets harder to respond to everybody, because if there's a billion people, like, I watch Raptors streams, and it's just like, the stinking chat box just goes a million miles an hour. It's like, holy crap. TSZ, the 747, rather than the A380, absolutely. Yep, American Aviator got it right. On our fuel, because we're burning just out of the center tank. Once we get to empty on the center, then we'll switch to the wing tanks. I do work at a church, so if that causes you to unsub, that causes you to unsub. That's your business. I don't know why that would matter to you, but I'm not. I don't know why that should matter. This is dusk. It is, we took off at 6, we started the stream at 6 p.m. Dublin time. Not in reality, obviously, but augmented time. The weather is current, though. This is real world weather. It is bigger, better, in what way? I feel like 747 is better for me, but that's me. Handles more passengers, maybe. Let's see what it does with freight, though. Oh, wait, it doesn't do freight. Oh, yeah, you want to know the story behind Moose? So, the reason my channel is Flying Moose is because my nickname in real life is Moose. And that, honestly, kind of gave it to myself back in college. One of my friends entering numbers into his phone, ran out of, didn't know what to do with Mike because he had too many of them, and I kind of casually suggested Moose, just kind of being funny, and then the friends that were around me decided to make that my nickname, and that became my nickname. So when I started the YouTube channel, I thought, oh, Flying Moose, that's my nickname, so, and I'm going to be flying, so hey. What are you blog spotting right now? Hot airplane. P8 beside. Nice, Gemini Jets. That's awesome. Yes, Calimoo, good call. Yes, and the avatar is indeed from Up at Treasure Island. It's Sam Eagle's character, Samuel Arrow, from Up at Treasure Island. Sam Eagle is one of my favorite Muppets because he is so annoyed all the time. He's kind of like my spirit animal. So that's why he's my avatar. The soundtrack's good. The movie's great. Muppets are just fantastic. I love Muppets. Flight time should be right about 2 hours. I'm not going to be able to get regular updates because I have no FMS to tell me, so it's all going to be kind of conjecture. Well, thank you, Clive. I appreciate that. Glad to have you. 24/7, yeah, well, unfortunately I have to sleep and eat and have a life too, so, yeah. Oh, yes, Cabin Fever is a fantastic song. Cabin Fever! If you haven't seen Muppet Treasure Island, then you have no idea what me and Kelly Moo are talking about right now. And you are missing out. Go watch Muppet Treasure Island. It's worth it, trust me. Thanks, little camera. It's funny. No FMS because the 727 never had an FMS. It's an old plane, old steam gauges. This is before the era of computers in planes. Do you do collabs at the beginning of 62 groups? Yeah, I'm open to doing collabs. I haven't done any yet. I mean, well, that's not entirely true. I've done stuff with Encrypted, who has a YouTube channel. He doesn't stream the live stream, so so there's that. That's probably as close to it's a collab I've done so far. Yeah, someone always is going to dislike the stream. I wouldn't worry about it, guys. I know I don't. Someone's always going to not like what you're doing, and other people are going to love what you're doing. And it just goes back to the thing, you can't make everybody happy all the time. You only make some of the people happy some of the time. So focus on the people you can make happy for some of the time. Suggestions for starting an aviation channel? Well, so okay, let me give you a little background on what I did, because mine's a little unique in the sense that I didn't start out as a streamer. So, yeah, that's just the altitude alert. What I did is I started a YouTube channel just because I wanted to start doing some videos of a flight simulator, and so I did that. This was back in 2014, July of 2014, and I would just post stuff to YouTube, and I've over time I got a few subscribers. It kind of helped that I was part of a virtual airline, because then I could post it in our forum and say, hey, I've got these videos up here, you want to check them out? And so I kind of got some natural viewers from the get-go. So I had kind of a base to get viewers from, to kind of start greasing the wheels a little bit. I only ever got about 320 at its height subscribers, though, by doing videos. Very rarely. I didn't post videos very often. It was very labor intensive to do, and so I didn't do it very often. And so for that reason, there were only a few videos that went up. So so I did that for a few years, and then just recently, back in end of May, I thought I wanted to try my hand at this live stream thing. I see a lot of people doing it, and honestly, in fact, I'm going to continue the conversation in a second. I'm going to turn on TeamSpeak here for everybody else, and then we'll can finish that thought. So give me one moment here. Yeah, not now. Connections, connect, bloop. Connected, yeah, thank you. Okay, and
User left your channel.
Loser, who? What? Lounge 3. I don't want to be in a lounge. Where's the live streaming? There we go. Oh, Raptor's in here. Something's going on in the lounge.
User joined your channel.
Alright, we're gonna go to live stream room 3, just like before.
Channel switched.
So we're up there. Fat Man Moo, how's it going, man?
Not too much, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, just, cruising up here at altitude. Alright. Encrypted Pilot's in here now. Hello, Mr. Ike's here. Oh, Pinto. Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, I figured let's do a little flight sim today.
Alright, well, good to have you.
Testing.
Gotcha, Mr. Ike. Thank you. And Sandwich, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Alright, got the whole game. Awesome. So anyway, like I was saying, to go back to the story of how this all started, so I actually didn't think the live stream thing was a good idea, at least for Flight Sim especially. I thought, okay, how boring, why would anybody want to watch this stuff as I just live stream around, until I watched a guy, he's actually a guy who doesn't stream anymore, at least I don't think he does, Keely Bio. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Is a guy who I don't think actually streams anymore. His name was Cameron. He was probably like 12, and he was actually streaming with another guy who still does stream, Kyle, and they were kind of doing a collaborative thing together where they would fly online together. And so I happened to stop in and watch it, and I happened to watch at a time when as he took off, something failed in the plane. Something navigationally didn't work. And so I found myself chatting, trying to help him, figure out what the problem was and helping him troubleshoot the issue. And it was just fun kind of being a part of that and watching it, through its entirety while I was trying to help him figure stuff out because he was new to the airplane. And I walked away from that going, wow, that was actually really fun. Although I never thought that would be fun. So I thought, you know what, I should try to do this. So I started looking into what would be needed to do it and everything. And so I did a first one in May, and it was a one-off. It was the first stream. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it just was kind of lame. So, but it was good enough to go, okay, I know what kind of not to do now, and I know what to try to do better. And so the next probably 5 streams were just me getting kind of better and better and more acquainted. And I started to get people coming back. So like Blue Crayon, who might still be in here, I don't know if he's still in here, was one of those first guys that like showed up for one of the first stream or two, and then kept coming back and kept saying, hey, I want to know when you're streaming because I like watching your streams. And it was really weird when you finally kind of get like a fan, and it's like, oh, that's kind of awesome. So yes, I will do the face reveal, don't worry. And so then it just kind of builds from there as you kind of get into rhythm, as you kind of find your voice, as it were, and what works for you and what how you like to do things. Like I kind of had some time to establish that with my other videos, even though there was no feedback. But now, as I've done this more, you just get comfortable with how you want to present yourself and what you want to do and what you want to talk about. And your sense of humor, and your people that follow you kind of understand your sense of humor, and so then they glom onto that, and it kind of feeds back and forth, and it becomes a really kind of fun, awesome group, and it starts to become a club. I mean, it's really fun knowing that when I stream, I'm looking for, there's a number of people that I know are following me almost every time, and I'm watching for those guys as they come up, and so it's like, oh, they're here, and it's just fun to be with some of the same people, and then inviting new people into that as well. So, so advice I would give you is try it out, and just first of all find something, and you want to try and make it fun or interactive or something. Because if you can't be fun, if you're boring, if you don't talk, if you don't do anything, if you don't say anything, no one's going to watch that. So you kind of have to be a little bit of an entertainer in that sense. And so that would be my main advice to trying to do that. So anyway, face reveal. People want to do that, so stand by. I'm gonna figure out where I put that. Where did I put that? Oh, it's just in my email still.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Light?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, we're surviving.
Yep, pretty much. Let's see. I think it might be in here. That's from that. No, that's no. Flight deck. Here it is. Nope, that's not it either. Never mind. That's just my flight deck. Maybe it's this. There it is. Okay. Whoops.
Will Tim be joining us?
That's not helpful. Stand by. Who's going to be joining? There's face reveal.
Standing by.
So it'll show up
Will
here
Tim
in a
be
moment.
joining us?
Tim, not today. He's flying to a football game. So there we are. That's me sitting in the cockpit of a 757 LAX. That is me. That's me sitting in the cockpit of a 757 at LAX on a Delta flight back from FlightSimCon. At the end of the trip, I decided to go ask him if I could see the cockpit, and the captain was very, very nice and accommodating, and allowed me to not only see the cockpit but sit in the captain's seat, and he took my picture. So that was a lot of fun. So So there you go. Your
You're
life
a
is
big
complete.
guy, so I
Face
mean,
reveal.
Moose was a pretty good nickname for you.
That's part of where it came from. Yep. I am not a shrimpy dude. No. So yes, yeah, Moose is appropriate.
You're using OBS, right?
Yes, I am.
How do you get TeamSpeak?
Well, what do you mean how I get it on? I just have it set to, let me see. What did I do? I have it set, let's see, display capture, primary, talk again.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, there we go. So what I did is I have my game capture is coming from the audio of the computer. TeamSpeak is set to go into my headset, and I have the headset audio piped in as a separate channel on the OBS. Diving out in stereo.
A whole bunch of people just switched to live stream too.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Now they're back.
Yeah, just little stuff that me as a dormant has to keep track of, especially with so much.
Yeah, sure. So anyway,
Well, I missed your stream yesterday.
yeah, it was pretty good actually. I actually got a satisfactory from Tim on my approach and departure briefing, which was great. So I'm getting better apparently. But yeah, Tim is going to. He's a Michigan State football fan, and so he was flying a King Air from somewhere near Chicago to Lansing, Michigan for the game today. So he told me he was not going to be on here. Light, I already put it up. You missed it.
Yeah, so apparently there's a power plant in Louisiana that feeds most of southeast Texas, and apparently one of the transmission lines fell apart.
Oh no.
And so we had lost power for like 3 days.
Oh gosh. Oh, well, that's a pain. I remember we had something like that happen out here in California. I'll show it again, Light, don't worry. Now you're leaving. What's the, let's see. This was probably, it had to be a good 15, almost 20 years ago now, because I was a kid. And we were coming back from San Jose, from my grandparents' house. And it was hot. It was middle of summer. And we're coming back, and we're coming into Fresno realizing the power was out. And we're like, oh man, what the heck's going on? Well, we later learned, basically the entire western United States conked somehow. There was a main, there's a main where the main grids for the western United States and the eastern United States and Texas, where they all link up and can share power through their whatevers. Somewhere in that vicinity there was a large transforming deal that did something, and it ended up conking out power to like all of like lower California, like southern on down. It was some weird massive thing for like hours. It was just like, what is going on? Because normally when you have a power outage, it's very localized to a certain area of the grid, and very rarely is it the entire city or beyond. And this one was massive. I should go try and look that up and see what exactly, because I remember kind of understanding at the time, and I don't know exactly when that was though. It was years ago though. It's in lovely black.
Ours was due to Harvey.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hurricanes will do that. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now it's not all bright. Killing my eyes.
And what is the deal with the reflections in the windows?
Those things? That is, it's part of the way CaptainSim built the model, which is kind of cool in the sense that it kind of reflects, like if there's light in the cockpit, you'd actually get that on the windows, because you're seeing, if you can kind of make it out here, here's the cockpit from the other side. It's kind of cool that they were actually able to do that. But yeah, so it's an interesting little effect. Sometimes it's annoying. Most of the time it doesn't bother me. I'm used to it, but it just kind of gives the impression that you are sitting behind glass and not just an open window, I guess.
You get that streak-free 3 shy.
Yeah, exactly. TSZ Robluxon, you gotta. What makes you think you're my #1 fan? Lots of people could say that. All right, little gamer himself. Good to see you, man. Have a good night. I understand if it's late where you are. We got started later today than we hoped to, so that'll happen. So, oh, good light. You got the. You got to see the picture. Wonderful.
So that reminds me, TSZ said if he was in your plane, would he be upgraded to first class? I find that kind of, impossible considering you're flying a cargo.
Exactly. So first class might just mean a nicer box. I don't know. So.
Or hey, at least jump seat though.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what he means by first class.
Hey guys.
Is there a jump seat? Because I know the 727 has a flight engineer.
Right there. There's a jump seat. Yeah, what's up, Encrypted?
Did you guys hear about the Italian chef?
No, but I have a feeling this is going to be...
He passed away.
He passed away.
Yeah, boy. I knew that was going somewhere not hilarious.
Oh, come on, you didn't hear about that midget fortune teller who killed his customer?
Oh, here we go. Did you get these out of a book or something?
Oh, they're everywhere on the internet.
Oh, I'm sure they
Like
are.
he's a small, medium, and large.
Aye.
Oh, I have the books.
What's orange? It sounds like a parrot. Carrot. I win.
Oh, boy.
I don't
As,
do
as,
that.
ev as everyone in the stream leaves. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Since I can't do... we've left England. We're between England and France at the moment.
You're over the channel.
We're over the channel, that's right. Oh, speaking of the channel, so my parents are getting ready to go to Italy. Well, actually Europe, kind of in general. It started out as Italy, and now they're gonna do Italy and a little bit of France and Germany and Great Britain before they head back. But they're gonna do that in April. So they're looking at ways to get from Paris up to London, and the channel to take the train. Now, granted, they want to build this high-speed rail in California here, and they think it's going to be this great savior or whatever. To take the channel, it's $400 per person for them to get tickets for the channel. To fly, it is $62 per person to go to London from Paris. You tell me, high-speed rail in California? I think not.
What'd you guys do? Take a train to freaking San Fran or fly up there from LA?
Well, I would rather fly, but the train, I mean, they're trying to tout the train as being this awesome, oh, it'll be so good and everyone will take it and it will sustain itself and it won't need any government subsidy and it'll be so cheap and everyone can move about California so freely and it won't be less emissions because they won't be driving their cars and this utopian whatever. It's a load of bollocks. No one's gonna ride it. It's gonna be heavily subsidized. It's going to be way too expensive, so no one will be able to ride it, and it's going to waste. It's already wasted billions of our taxpayer money. It's a boondoggle. It's all it is. It is a boondoggle.
It's California trying to spend money it doesn't have.
Oh yeah, we don't have any money, so yeah, it's an absolute complete waste of time. And it's already costing billions more than it was originally projected to be, which we all knew was going to happen, and that's why the sane people like me did not vote for it. But unfortunately, there's too many morons in California that went, oh yeah, high-speed rail, what a good idea.
Hipsters.
Yep, pretty much. What is with the black thing going on here? Just like weird... What is happening here? Oh my
UFO.
There's more Illuminati stuff going on. Oh, hey. The government's doing weird things with my textures. I don't know what's going on.
There we go. Nope. Never mind.
What's going on?
I don't know. I think it has to do with the view.
Well, yeah, but it's doing it in large swaths. It's almost like the scenery just isn't loading in for some reason. But I don't know what the heck. I'm just gonna ignore it for now.
Stephen King's Langoliers.
Yeah, there you go.
the ground doesn't exist.
Yes. London and France in the tunnel, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I suppose from that side of it, you know, oh good, I rode the tunnel, but you know, when you're spending 4 times as much, more than 4 times as much for a ticket, I don't know if a tunnel's that exciting, especially if you're not going to see much in the tunnel, because it's going to be dark. So, yeah, I call shenanigans. Oh well.
Well, I mean, it'd probably be like the same thing. I mean, like a bent rail, and you're not going to be surviving a bent rail.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, and that's the biggest thing that why the high-speed rail thing is such a big problem in California is you've got all these we have Amtrak running up and down the Central Valley, and we're constantly hearing about people crossing the tracks against the guardrails, getting hit by the train, getting killed by the train. I came out of City College one day from a photo class, this was years ago, and there were helicopters flying overhead, and I look and there is, because the train tracks are right there, they go like right past City College, and there were little body bags all over the place by the tracks covering the pieces of the person that was left from getting hit by Amtrak because he wasn't paying attention. He was walking, the guardrail was down, the lights were going, the bells were dinging, and he was too stupid to lift his head up as he's walking over railroad tracks and see the Amtrak train barreling down on him and gets hit. And everyone gets all cries foul, like, oh, whatever. But at the end of the day, though, we can't have that with high-speed rail. You do something like that with high-speed rail, you're going to kill everybody because the thing's going so fast. So we have to elevate it so people can't do that. Well, now that costs a lot more money. I'm going to put in a bridge all the way through the Central Valley. It's just stupid. It's just dumb.
Plus, if it's a bullet train, I mean, you're going to have like little Ziploc baggies.
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly. Just be vaporized. We'd give you your loved one back, but we couldn't find them because they were too tiny in pieces to find. So.
I left for a minute, and that's what I come back to. What are you talking about?
I'm on a rant about high-speed rail and why it's a boondoggle. In California, anyway. In places like Europe and Asia, where car culture isn't as prevalent, it absolutely makes sense. But it does not make sense in California. I could even see this making more sense on the East Coast, but California does not work.
Don't they have one on the East Coast? Like, I mean,
kind of. They have
Philly,
they have that Acela that Amtrak operates, which is it's a little more high-speedish than the standard Amtrak, but it's not it's not bullet train status, but of course that's probably what it's going to be in California either. It's probably going to be more like the Acela at the end of the day, even though they keep promising us it's going to be this huge, hugely fast, whatever. It's actually going to not start out high speed at all, is what we just found out recently. They're going to start it at normal speed and then eventually upgrade it to high speed, so it just keeps getting more stupid.
I just came back. Are you talking about the Hyperloop?
No, we're talking about high-speed rail. The Hyperloop actually might be intelligent. The high-speed rail, no. Not in California, anyway.
Let's go hurt the airline so that thing actually goes through.
It is going through, but it's never going to hurt the airlines. It's not going to be. It's either going to be too expensive to use, or it's going to have to be so subsidized that they'll bankrupt the government and they'll shut it down. So one way or the other, it's going to fail.
Now, if you can get a bullet rail that goes from like one coast to the other coast and stops like in each state, well, at least like 3 or 4 stops in Texas.
There's no states in the middle that you want to stop in. Like between like Nevada and like Missouri, there's no place you want to stop. Maybe Colorado.
No,
but that's the only place you're gonna want to stop.
Yeah, he's talking about like on the 10, so it'd be like Los Angeles through Phoenix, through Albuquerque, down into Texas, down into, then across like Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia.
Well, that train's going to only work for when your port gets hit by a hurricane.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you don't drive through a hurricane.
I feel like that should be like this kind of air you can if you want.
If a hurricane hit me, I'd be having fun.
I would love to fly through a hurricane.
Say that now.
Bro, I don't know what you. I love turbulence.
Good tip.
I like turbulence. I don't love serious turbulence, but I like a little bit of turbulence to make it feel like we're actually moving somewhere. I do like that.
I love turbulence because it helps it like help put me to sleep.
Yeah,
It also just
I
kind of
agree.
makes it fun.
Yeah.
Like maybe the pilots will get knocked out and I might have to land the plane and get a job.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, because earthquakes nudge people to sleep.
Yeah, it's true. Clive, yes, I have always lived in Fresno. That's interesting. You came from Myanmar. That's quite a distance.
How far is Fresno? What's we can see Fresno is close to?
Well, we're kind of midway between the LA and the San Francisco area in the Central Valley. So it's about 3 hours, it's about 2.5 to 3 hours to San Francisco from here, and it's about 3 to 4 hours to LA from here, depending on traffic.
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield is smaller than us, but yeah.
Okay.
The armpit of California, as I call it. Bakersfield, not
Yes.
Fresno.
Why is Bakersfield the armpit of California?
Because it smells and it's hot and it's nasty.
Yes. If you have never been there, then you have no idea.
Yep,
So
pretty
less
much.
like the armpit, more like the encrypted of California.
It works too, because the way the mountains kind of come together right down there, it actually kind of forms an armpit. So it actually does work. This is FSX, not Explain, Timo. This is FSX Steam Edition.
Explain is not as audible as FS is.
Or good.
I don't know what was said just now.
Yeah, we all try to talk at the same time. I was gonna say, if you ever played American Truck Simulator, they tried to add the grapevine into the game, but it's not steep enough.
No, it's not steep enough. I do play American Truck Simulator. I do like the way they did it. The second, because their first, the small map version was really lame. The second one is a little better, but yeah, it's not nearly steep enough for the grapevine. But I do enjoy that game. That's a fun one. Hot Airplane, welcome back, sir. The brown potato, that's most potato. Well, I guess that's not most potatoes. I catch
What
myself.
mashed potatoes?
Yeah. I sound like Air Force 95 Proud's friend. I don't know Air Force Proud personally. I mean, I know who you're talking about, but yeah, that's not me. So I may sound like him, but I am not him or his friend. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind being his friend, but I don't know him. So
We'll have to link your channels together.
yeah, right. That'd be
Maybe
good.
betrothed you two?
That'd be ew. That's weird. I may be from California, but I don't swing that way.
I mean, YouTube views are YouTube views, my dude.
Yeah, I know. I know what you meant, but I couldn't help it. CaptainSim 727 is not good for you. Why? Not good for you how? Like, you don't like it? You don't like to fly it? You don't like to watch it? You don't like to touch it? What's your issue?
Oh, is that what you're flying the 27?
Yeah. Jumbo Squishies, how's it going, my friend? Welcome back to the stream today. Good to see you.
How would you rate that aircraft?
The 27, I love it. It's but it is a lot more. I mean, it's a little more sim lightish, just because there's not a lot of things. Well, first of all, there's no the automation's much less, just because it's supposed to be less. But it's an older model of an airplane. I mean, as far as like it was made years ago, so it's a for its time, it's a great model. Compared to like PMDG stuff nowadays, it's on the much lighter end, as Frugal would call it, sim light kind of thing. You have a lot of buttons and stuff that you can click and stuff, but they don't necessarily do anything. You just they just pretend like they're doing something. If that makes sense. So, yeah, but it's fun. I love. I mean, I'm a really big fan of the 727. I love the steam gauges, so it is fun to fly for me. So,
how's the learning curve?
It's not too bad. It's really for most sim pilots today, it might be a little tough, only because it doesn't have a lot of automation. And if I know I've been watching YouTube videos, I noticed a lot of sim pilots, relying very heavily on the automation. So in that sense, it could be a little steeper learning curve, because you have to actually fly the airplane a lot more. But
That's a question. Could you ever fly like a B-29 in this game?
Yeah, you can fly almost anything if someone has modeled it. I believe there is. I'm sure there's a B-29 somewhere. I don't know if it's freeware or payware or what, but I don't.
It depends on what you want.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the complexity. I know someone did a really detailed version of the. It's like upgraded friend. What is that thing? The Stratoliner or whatever. What is that thing called? B something. The 20, not 25. No.
B-29 is Strata Fortress.
No, that's Strata Fortress. This isn't that. This is the like passenger version that kind of like emerged.
Oh, the SST, the Supersonic Transport.
No. Stop talking. He's your
Stratoliner.
Pinto's correct. It's the B3 something or other. It's a 377 or something like that. That might be what it is.
Yeah, 377 or 30. Boeing 307 Stratoliner.
Oh, 307. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like a B-29 for passengers on steroids a little bit. It was kind of like emerged from the research of the B-29. But anyway, so yeah, there are like much older airplanes you can fly for this that some people have modeled very, very well. Like the DC-6 is available from PMDG, which I have for prepared, which I'm trying to learn because that's quite a learning curve.
I can imagine.
But yeah, so.
Question is, can you even get started up?
I have gotten a startup. I can do that. So.
Soon we see content from P3D.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Soon we see P3D.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I'm actually considering getting the what do you call it? That new RJ, the CRJ 700, whatever it is. Yeah, and I think that one is good for both. And so I think I might use that one to kind of get me into prepared, so it's not quite as learning curve as the DC-6. And then that'll help me get familiar with prepared enough to start streaming it and then move up to the DC-6.
And side note, Moose, you were actually corrected. The 377 is what came from the B-29. The 307 came from the B-17.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Woohoo! Good, I do know things.
Do you also know what? Do you know what came from the 377?
No.
It's a small family of aircraft. NASA used them, and I think Boeing also used them.
What are they called?
The Guppies.
Oh, yeah, those ugly things.
Yep.
Oh, yes. That's, yeah.
Those things look like the wind could just blow them away.
Those things look like Megamind from the front. I'm not doing a barrel roll. Stop asking.
What are you doing? Inverted roll?
Someone beat me to it. Somebody beat me.
No. Inverted roll is just another fancy word of saying barrel roll. I know. I know things.
Nah, a barrel roll is when you
do a loop.
Spin over. Yeah, loop to loop.
Whatever.
Do it for the vine.
There was a movie on some kind of. It was about a B-17 flight crew in the desert, and like they had gotten shot in the wing, so they did this huge giant loop-de-loop in the sky, and I'm thinking, that's impossible.
Yeah, it's interesting how some of that stuff can actually work. There's a great picture of out the wing of Tex Johnson doing flying the 707, the original 707 inverted, the dash 80 or whatever they call it, dash 80, and over Seattle just to prove it could do it.
You know that he didn't tell anybody that he was going to do that?
Well, I know, because they would have told him don't do it. It's better to ask forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
That is so true.
Amen to that one.
Whiskey, how's it going, man?
Buddy.
So, yeah. What Orbit Airlines? This is FSX.
I got FSX.
Oh, yeah? About to be passed over by some traffic. spraying his chemtrails.
Broad government conspiracy confirmed.
That's right.
So, what was the FMC equivalent back then?
What was the FMC, what? Equivalent?
Yeah.
Probably a handheld flight computer. like like one of those old... Have you ever done flight training? They give you a flight computer, which is actually just a piece of cardboard with a circle on it and a bunch of numbers. It's like a slide rule. It's like a really advanced slide rule for aviation. And that would probably be what the equivalent of the FMC would have been back then. Because it was all done. You did calculations yourself to figure out your V1, your VR, your rotate speeds. All of your navigation was done with VORs and NDVs. So,
Man, those are some hard times.
yeah. Well, and also, remember, there was a time before autopilot, too. So you got some of these older guys flying these heavy aircraft with no hydraulic assist on these flight controls are struggling flying these planes, you know, for hours at a time using trim and actually hands on the controls the whole time. You know, nowadays, pilots have it easy. It's, you know, the Matt Damon in an episode of 30 Rock said it best. You know, now all you gotta do is push takeoff, autopilot, and land. And in some sense, that's really true.
I think about World War II, like B-17 and B-24 pilots, you know, taking off and then just flying by map.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and or flying by the stars. You know, they used to give pilots. That's why these eyebrow windows are up here, because you'd be able to use, if you got stuck, you could use a sextant to navigate by the stars. You know, that those upper windows stayed in planes as almost tradition for a long time until someone finally decided, you know, no one's going to use these. Let's just cover them up. You don't need them. It's just extra windows. But that's why early airplanes, they had these bubble cockpits of, you know, windows everywhere, because you had to be able to see everything to navigate, because you didn't have all this fancy stuff. So it's a different time. Cool Catcher, hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, it's going pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Hey, Pet should come up here.
Who?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go take a nicotine induced breathing treatment. I'll be right back.
All right, have fun. Cheeky Breaky, welcome back, sir. I'm not sure how long the delay is, because I think my thing is not showing me correct. I'm going to refresh here so I can see what it actually is, because I don't think it's actually live anymore. It hangs up every once in a while and annoys me. Okay, so now, do that. Let's see how long it takes to go. Okay, well, it's not too bad of a delay. It's about 15-20 seconds, maybe. So, yeah, that's not too bad. I've had much worse before. So, no, I'm not a real pilot. I'm a sim pilot only. I have had real flight training a long time ago, and by that I mean like 15 years ago, when I was right out of high school. So I do have some real-world flight experience, but not enough to qualify me as, you know, being an actual pilot. When Tim is on here, who's not on today because he's watching football, he is an actual 757-67 pilot for a domestic airline. So he has the credentials to answer those questions. But alarm has been deactivated. Moose does not appear to be a chemtard. No, I am not a chemtard. I am. Whenever I say the chemtrails, I am mocking those who believe them, because it is stupid. Anyone who believes in chemtrails is an idiot. And needs to do some simple research about aviation. Sorry to be so blunt, but that's the way I feel.
Bush did chemtrails.
No, please. Please, please, please. Has the government done spraying stuff with government aircraft and cloud seeding, things like that? Absolutely. That's well documented. Not denying that. But is every commercial airliner flying spraying chemtrails when they're flying? No. That's stupid. One, because the weight alone would just ruin airlines. They wouldn't be able to deal with it without getting a huge amount of influx money from the government. And you can't have a conspiracy that wide with all those pilots and all those airliners not telling anybody about it. So it's just not true. It's just not true. I flew TWA back in, that's actually my first time flying commercially. We flew TWA back in 2001 from San Jose to St. Louis, and then St. Louis to Baltimore for our trip back to DC. We went to DC in New York and got to go stand on top of the World Trade Center a month and a half before they came down. But that was TWA flights. I think American had technically bought TWA at that point, but they was still flying as TWA. It hadn't been completely absorbed, I think. I could be wrong about that. I have to go back and look and see what time when that merger takeover took place. So, any other hobbies? Well, okay, let's see. So I am so my job is facility manager, which means I have to kind of know how to do everything. I'm a very curious person, so I love taking things apart and putting them back together. I've done auto maintenance as kind of a side hobby. I had a Saturn that I had running for the last 15 years that I kept together myself and did all the auto maintenance on. I tore the engine down and rebuilt it about twice, trying to kill an oil leak that vexed me for far too long. So that was fun. So I'll do that for my friends occasionally too and help them with auto maintenance and auto mechanic stuff. So that's, in that sense, kind of a hobby. I'll build and work on and troubleshoot and fix computers. I built my own. That's what we're flying on today. Obviously, flight simulation is a hobby. I love plane spotting, watching aircraft. That's a nice way to relax for me, which is why I'm going down to LA and on Monday to go sit down by the In-N-Out there at the park and watch airplanes and just get away from my other responsibilities, which would be nice. And yeah, so I do have a bike also. I like to ride occasionally, although I haven't really been able to do it this summer because it's been way too stinking hot. We've had an unseasonably hot summer this year, and it's killed me. So when it gets a little cooler in the fall, I'm going to break that out and start riding around again. But yeah. So yeah, well, okay, so that makes sense. TWA's last flight was December 1st, 2001. We went in July of 2001, so that would have worked. Oh, you live in DC? That's awesome. It's a cool city. It was a lot of fun. That was a great trip. Mountain Aviation 101. Hello, sir. Don't crash. Don't worry, I will try not to crash. I don't usually crash. I think the last time I crashed, it was somewhat intentional because that was the running out of fuel episode, that we were intentionally running out of fuel to see what would happen, see if I would survive.
I remember this one episode.
Did you survive?
Hang on, someone else was talking first, so who was that?
I remember that one episode you crashed short of the runway.
Short of the runway. Which one was that? I remember that.
You had to go around, missed approach, and then you crashed short of the runway. I forget where it was.
Oh, was that technically? Well, okay. Was that the 757?
The 757.
Okay,
757.
that was the running out of fuel episode, and that was because we tried to put down the gear and it didn't seem like the gear was coming down. And so we went ahead and went around because we still had a lot of altitude. Came back and we're a little short. Landed pretty close, and it kind of like skidded to a halt on the runway, which is interesting. And then raised up like Lazarus, which is odd. But it was a pretty smooth. I mean, it was a really smooth set down. So I mean, I think if anything would have, taken a belly landing, I think that probably counted. So. Moose did 902. What? What are you referring to? TSC?
September 2nd.
Oh, you're talking about today?
It's a 9/11 reference, probably.
Oh, maybe. Claudio Jr. All right, man. Well, that's great. Thank you for subbing. I am sad the 747s are going away. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen someday. So, but it's sad to see it finally happening. Oh, Donald Trump. I'm just glad the way he said that.
What's your YouTube channel, Moose?
It's The Flying Moose. The Flying Moose. What's a the? Yes, I was aware of the airplane. In fact, I've seen that episode on Air Disasters where they wasn't that the one where they tried to de-ice their airplane by having the jet wash of the plane in front of them blow the ice off their wings. Talk about a lame MacGyver-esque type of deal. The other voices you're hearing, guys, are the people on TeamSpeak. So that's Encrypted Pilot, Fatman Moo, Pool Catcher, Light 76, Mr. Ike, Pinto, myself, and Whiskey, I believe. Let's see if I'm missing anybody on here.
Mine is off.
What was that?
My Bluetooth is off.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm turning it on.
Oh, okay.
Moose, can I join you in the cockpit, dude? you need a first officer?
Yeah, go ahead. See if you can weasel your way in here out of your crate in the back. I guess.
Oh, I just assumed we were all in the cockpit.
Yeah, it's a very crowded cockpit apparently. Okay.
Let's see, Microsoft Flight Sim.
Let's go ahead.
Let's see what happens here.
All right, I'm back.
We run out of fuel.
I think we need to be friends on Steam first. It'll make life a lot easier.
That could make things easier. It's also the same way, the Flying Moose on Steam.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's see.
Melania with dishes. Oh,
The
goodness.
Flying Moose. Don't see.
Try just Flying Moose if the Flying Moose doesn't work. I can't remember. I think it's in there as both ways. I get confused with which is the Steam ID and my username because there's different. It's just, they all should be the same thing. I don't understand why they're different.
See if this is. Nope, because you're not online in that one. So nope.
Well, if I'm listed as away, I am listed as away currently. So just because I don't usually.
I'm looking at your games too.
Oh, okay.
At the games on the character.
I think. Yeah, that's okay. That's something else. I can go away. Let's stop here. Let's see what it says here.
Yeah, in the top right.
Well, it's up in the top right. It says Mustafa, but I think that's my user ID. It's not my Steam ID. It's different.
Spell it out for me. It actually helped me find you.
Oh, okay. Mustafa is Moose. M-O-O-S-E.
Huh?
Staffa. S-T-A-F-F-A. All one word.
I wonder how many people were here for the day we were going through my statistics of where people watch my videos are from.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that you're heavily watched by Canadians.
Yeah, 56% of my videos are coming from Canada. I was like, what the heck?
It's hilarious. No, TSC. We're flying WestWind today. Yesterday we flew Ryanair. Before that we flew British Airways. Before that we flew WestWind across the pond. Before that we flew United. Before that you flew Delta. So I fly all kinds of ones to keep the stream interesting. I know a lot of people like to see a particular airline occasionally, so I try to mix it up a little bit.
Gotcha.
So, but WestWind's my virtual airline, so that's why I'm flying WestWind every so often, because I want to make sure I'm getting credit for my hours occasionally.
Donald Trump says he has to go wash the dishes.
I see that. Apparently, Melania's crapping the whip.
I found you.
Hey, excellent. Oh, I see that. Whoa, see, a lot of people found me. 3 new invites.
User was moved out of your channel.
Wow. Okay, there's Whiskey, except... Oh, Fat Man Move found me, and Light76 found me. There we go. Alright, cool.
Alright, I'm signed back into Steam.
Yeah, see, you were even watching them for those, so you should know that, TSC. Oh my goodness. Cracks me up. Cracks me up.
How do I join your game?
I don't know if you... Well,
Single player.
yeah, I'm in single player right now, so I don't think you can do that.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought you meant... I see what you mean now. Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood you.
That's alright, that's alright, that's alright.
I was going to do multiplayer today, but because I got started so late because of family stuff this morning, I just didn't have time to mess with that, so we'll do that another time, maybe next weekend.
Absolutely.
So there's another guy on here, I don't see him today anyway, but there was a guy on here that really wanted to escort me or something, you know.
That was me.
No, it wasn't you. Well, oh, what? Wait, who said that?
Cryptid.
No, this is somebody else. It was.
It ain't all about you, Encrypted.
Yeah, we already know about you. No, I have not seen the new Air Force Proud 95 video. Especially if he just posted it, I haven't really been on YouTube today at all. So I don't know if you're talking about one just came up today or what. But
I like his videos.
yeah, his videos are pretty funny.
He's actually a buddy of mine in real life.
Really? Well, that's
Are
awesome.
you serious?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Blog it.
Blog it, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you missed it then. We had a Illuminati confirmed moment earlier. We had our tow driver was invisible.
nice.
Yeah.
You mean Juan?
Yeah, Juan and his tow vehicle were completely invisible. The guy that was walking alongside the airplane looked like he was moving the airplane with the force. It was really interesting.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
No, one couldn't make it. It was his invisible friend, Pablo.
Did you look around? Maybe he was floating in the air?
No, I did look around. I didn't see him floating anywhere, so I'm not sure. I think we had some weird texture screw up or something. Probably explains the big black squares we had going on here earlier too. It's probably all same vein. Something's going on in the sim today.
Time to switch over to P3D.
Yeah, right. So, Whiskey, whereabouts do you hail from?
Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think I've got one of the guys that flies for our VA. It works for American at Tampa's airport. He's one of the ground guys over there.
At Tampa or St. Pete?
I'm pretty sure at Tampa.
Actually, yeah, American Airlines Tampa. Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
John Otto, I think is his name.
Doesn't bother me.
I know it doesn't. I know. You don't know everyone in Tampa? Come on.
Apparently not. My bad. Alright, let's go fly a 747-400.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Do barrel.
Gosh.
Alrighty.
Boys and girls, buckle your seatbelts. We're going inverted.
Funny thing about the PMG 777, you cannot put that thing inverted at all.
Yeah, the computer won't let you.
It's just a matter of how long it stays
Why
inverted.
not? Why not?
Sounds like a personal problem.
Uh-oh, stand by.
We're going down.
What the heck? Oh, crap, okay.
Did you hit a bird?
No, but we just lost all of our fuel.
Did you just do a
appears.
fuel dump?
No, but fuel pumps were on. Okay, crap. Stand by. We're going to get some power back on the airplane, or we're going to try. I don't know if it's going to work if we don't have any fuel that I can speak of, but that's interesting.
Are the engines off?
The engines just, the engines are, I can't tell. I think they're dead.
Wait, are the gauges black?
The gauges...
See, this is why those nice digital displays are nice.
Okay, so I have power from that, so let's get that kicked in. See, I have fuel, it's not pulling from the tanks. Alright, let's Stand by.
Did your fuel pumps fail?
They seem to have. I wonder if we had engine fuel ice thing going on, maybe. Let's cycle the fuel valves here. And we're going to try and see if we can restart.
Crap! I gotta quit my game. Because I have my Thrustmaster steering wheel plugged in on my joystick.
Come on, baby. Relight. Relight.
Lieutenant Passengers, kind of speaking, please you're not worried that we're concerned.
We don't have passengers. It's a freight.
Yes, you're telling the cargo.
Attention all illegal immigrants.
I'm sure the cargo cares.
Oh.
Attention all Trump supporters.
What the heck? It is not lighting for me. Oh, you know what?
Did you break it?
That helps. Come on, baby. Come on. Fuel. Why are the fuel pumps not working? This is a new one. What the crap? Okay, where is land? Are we anywhere near land? Probably not. Oh, it's a bit away. Crap. Now we just gotta keep going straight. Wow, this makes for an interesting stream.
Trim for glide. Trim for glide.
Right? Sheesh. Oh, not good grief. Trim is sensitive. Okay, cool.
Base cam or riot.
What's up with your attitude indicator?
I don't know. But that's not gonna help me. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's...
Gyro failed?
Yeah.
Did you set up any failures by chance?
Well, there are no failures for this. Not
How did you know?
because I know.
Well, time to use that backup attitude indicator.
Let's try this. Let's try a different engine. See if that works.
And people wonder why I don't fly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. Let's reset this. Yeah, it is not pulling the fuel in here for some reason. Whoa! Something fired. Yes, there it is! Alright, we got one. We got one.
Just one. I'm gonna get it.
Is that an oxygen mask over there?
Yeah. Alright.
They just leave them hanging there.
Yeah, pretty much. The old school. They didn't have a little place to stow them, so they just hang. There's one back here too. Right, oh, no, maybe not. I don't get oxygen. Only the co-pilot. Come on, baby. Come on.
There it is.
No, not yet.
Well, you're leveled out.
Kind of. Just running full bore on the other. Just trying to make it to land at this point. Come on, baby, come on.
The one engine lit.
Yeah, I still got one lit.
Which one is number 3? Is it up top?
Number 3's lit, yeah.
Full throttle.
It is.
passenger weakness technical difficulties limited, please. 7.
Again, we don't have passengers.
The Tom Hanks cargo plane.
Yeah, this is Wilson somewhere back there maybe, but
A pretty big technical difficulty here.
yeah. Let's see if that'll help.
We decided to land somewhere else.
That has anything to do with it. Come on, baby, come on. At least give me one more engine, that's all I ask. Actually, let's try that, see if that does any different.
Yeah, TSC, you may not like the fact you're in first cargo.
Yeah, first class doesn't matter if we're all going down.
What's that slider you're messing with over there?
Over here, over the engineer's panel. Those are the main fuel cutoffs for the engines.
Oh no, the
Oh,
over
shit.
at
I just
the-
realized
yeah.
what's going on here. Did I just kill my fuel again? Oh, shoot. I see what's happening now. Okay.
Go ahead.
I just killed my third engine. I just lost it again. We've got a problem with the center fuel tank pumps. We're drawing air or something. Stop it. Alright. Gonna fire it back up. But I think I know why the engine number 1's not starting. There it goes. Okay, engine 3's back up. And now, that's closed. Good. We may not get engine 2 back, and that's fine. I can live with the 2 engines. Provided it starts. There we go. Yep. Light up. That's what I thought.
All 3?
Nope, 2. So what's happening, I'm going to level off here, and then we're going to assess what's going on. Alright. Going to re-engage that. It's going to get me back on track. So here's what's going on, guys. This is really weird. This is troubleshooting 101. So, for whatever reason, maybe I just need to turn these pumps off. I'm going to experiment once we get our speed back up. With the cross bleeds open, it's killing power to the engines. It'll starve them of fuel. But if I keep the cross bleeds closed, which is the only way to keep the cross bleeds open, is the only way to get power to engine number 2. But if I keep them closed, they're fine. So I'm going to get some speed back up here, and then I'm going to try opening this again and see if I can start number 2 with those pumps off, because I'm wondering if they're sucking air, if that's what's causing the problem. So we'll find out here in a second. We're just going to gain some speed, because we lost a lot in that little thing. Alright.
Mountain Aviation says it's kind of funny because he's watching Castaway.
So I blame you. You did this to me. Oh. This is the first time I've ever had this particular issue happen to me, so... Alright, we're going to try this. Now that I know how to restart the engines if I have to, let's see what happens if I open the... Actually, let's do this first. Let me close that crossblade. Okay, good there. And... Oh, so far so good. Alright, let's see if we can start start number 2. Come on, baby. Light up. There it is. We're back. So yeah, so we must have been sucking air. I've never had that happen before when it goes to 0. That's interesting. Alright, good to know. Gotta turn those pumps off.
That's realism.
That is realism. That's awesome. I love it. Alright, cool. We're back up. So we're gonna now climb back up to altitude here. Or at least somewhat. Alright guys, we're not gonna die today. We're gonna make it to Portugal. I saved it. A little quick thinking and troubleshooting, and that's what it takes sometimes.
Thank Odin.
Thank Odin. Oh, I love it.
Hey, do you ever set up the TeamSpeak command for the add-on aircraft you have?
It's backwards. I have not done that yet. No, I was going to do it today, and then I ran out of time. So yeah, I'll do it sometime before I stream on Thursday. Woo! Alright, you guys were here for that. You guys got a little bit of a show. They say flying is hours of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror, and that was one of them. Where are we tilting? Trying to get us back on the track here, is what's happening?
Just gotta like your arms and whatnot. You like
what? Yeah, we got him back up. In fact, I might kick the APU on to get us air power, fleet power. Flying way too fast. Why are we tilting? Fuel's not that imbalanced. Alright. Whew, that was fun. Our runway 35 on the north. Bomb 6 Alpha.
Your engine's still firing?
Yes, we're running on all 3 now. So we're climbing back up to altitude.
I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Alright, sounds good.
Clive, in Texas, we call that supper.
Yeah. So the only other time I had something similar to this happen in the 727, I was actually, it was actually partially my fault because I had messed with the aircraft CFG, which is where you can mess with engine power and fuel consumption and stuff like that. I had tweaked it based on someone else's recommendation because the engine power was a bit weak for what the model was, and apparently I had messed with the fuel something or other as well, and I didn't realize it. So it was burning fuel much faster than it should have been, and I didn't notice. So I was flying from Tel Aviv actually to Tunisia, I believe is where I was trying to go. And about halfway across the Mediterranean, I happened to glance back at my fuel, and it seemed a little low, so I did a quick little calculation in my head and went, oh crap, based on that rate of burn, I'm not going to make it to Tunisia. So I started looking around for a alternate airport and found one on the, basically in Sicily, I think is where I was close to. And so I banked around and started descending, and I got to about 5,000 feet, I think it was. No, maybe it was more like 3,000 feet on final approach, and all 3 engines flamed out from fuel starvation. And and there was no light up at that point, and I didn't quite make it to the runway because I was too far away and too low, and couldn't glide there because I was too heavy, and not that distance anyway, and crashed just shy of the runway. That was in the same plane, 727. So. Whew. Alright.
Well, now the rest of us can calm down and not have our heart attacks.
That's right. Me included.
You would have had to rename the video.
I would have. Would have been sad. Glad I didn't have to.
I'll be back for some food.
Okay, have fun, Kirby.
Yeah, just get some pizza.
Ooh.
Dead.
Nice. My next stream is going to be Thursday, guys, after today. Would have been Wednesday, but we're switching off of Wednesdays because I have choir starting this week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be stream days.
And where are we going on Thursday?
I do not know. We'll be going from Lisbon. We may have been going from somewhere else if that hadn't corrected itself and we had to land short of Lisbon. But as of this point, it looks like we'll be going from Lisbon to somewhere. Maybe we'll finally head up to Sweden. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I've got a few days to decide, and gives you guys a few days to suggest if you want. So feel free to put into the comments of the video or via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter if you have any suggestions where to go to from Lisbon. So the starting airport is decided. It's going to be Lisbon. The destination airport is what's up for grabs, so just know that. Yes, choir. I do sing in our church choir. I am, well, I'm classified as a bass, but I am more of a baritone, quite frankly.
You gonna be one of the 3 tenors?
No. I can get pretty high, actually. I joke that I'm actually a baritenor, but depending on the time of day. But no, I'm more comfortable baritone to bass area, but I can get pretty high if I really go all out.
Yeah, I remember the 3 tenors. My favorite was Luciano Pavarotti.
Oh yes, Pavarotti. This guy's got an amazing voice. We're getting close to our original altitude here. I wonder where we are in relationship to where we're supposed to start this Sunday, because that would be good to know. Flight plan, there you are. Where are we at the moment? Loopy. It's not listed. Oh, there it is. Okay. Bomb, we want to be below 290 next to it. Okay. Yeah. No, if we crash on landing, then no, we'll still do Lisbon because we'll still have been there. We'll just have to get out of the hospital first. So.
That'll take about a week.
Yeah. It usually takes me about till Thursday to get out of traction. So.
What was that noise?
That was the altitude alert, because I have this at 30,000, and we're within 1,000 feet. This dings to let you know you're coming up on your set altitude. Altitude hold engaged once again. Huzzah. Huzzah. I'm going to attempt to balance the fuel here a little bit. Hopefully we'll kill something.
I think Roger meant to say your jokes crack him up. When he put jocks, so it was like your jocks crack him up.
I didn't know I had jocks, but okay. But thank you, Roger. From Lisbon to England, Timothy. Oh, really? Well, welcome to the stream, Sergeant Major Patrick Harper. Glad to have you here. We almost died on our way to Portugal just now when our engines flamed out for fuel starvation issues because of pumps sucking air. So that was fun. Taking a trike into space, that's interesting.
Sounds like something from Kerbal Space Engineering or something. What's that game?
Yeah, it's Kerbal. I think it's Kerbal. I think it's as pronounced. But yeah, it does sound like something like that. Stuff is in my cargo. Yeah, sorry. I'll try to get there safely there, Clive. Yeah, this the video, Sergeant Major, will be posted. Will automatically post to YouTube as soon as the video is done. So once it finishes processing, you can watch it from the beginning if you wish, so you can see how it all started, how everything went down, what's going on. Closer on the fuel evening out here. If you can make it through the door there, TSZ, then by all means. R. What's a 319R? I'm not familiar with the R. Is it the Pirate Edition? Alright guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get the subscriptions up to that magic 2,500 mark. Need your help to do that, so in fact I should get a like just for being for saving the plane, so since we are not going to die now, which is nice. Sure.
Yes, he almost lost all the cargo. Please like and share.
Yeah, before I do it again. Why is this still? We'll get into that in a second. Once this evens out, I'll address that. This is the flight engineers panel. I'm trying to balance the fuel back out because we had a little issue with our fuel a moment ago. And in getting the engines fired back up, we ended up sucking a lot of fuel extra from the right tank. So another account. Oh gosh.
Well, you almost got it leveled out.
Yep, very close. It's close enough for government work. Alright, so what's going on here? Is that English? Oh, elevator low pressure. Elevator low pressure. Sergeant Major Patrick, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that very much. Okay, why aren't we having... These came back up. So. Cycle. Still nothing. Let's try this.
Someone made the comment, this is what happens when you fly in peaks.
Yeah, well, kind of. Makes it more interesting if you ask me. Yeah, absolutely, Sergeant Major. You can come with us wherever you want to go. Yeah, it was raining in Dublin when we left. So at Imbom, which is 120 miles away, we want to be below flight level 290 and 280 knots. And then at Fatma, we're going to be below 250 and max 280 knots. And then by PT 405, we want to be below flight level 70, which is 7,000 feet and 250 knots. As we come down to Odlix, we're going to be above 4,220 knots. And then as we swing around on final, PT above, PT 404, 3,000 above. And then again at Netvo, above 3,000 at 180 knots. And that'll set us up for the final into runway 35 in Portugal. We're going to have to do all these manually because we don't have enough mess. And to make things more fun, runway 35 does not have an ILS, so we're going to have to do that manually, which should be fine. The weather's supposed to be relatively good. In fact, let's take a look at the weather right now that I know how to do this. I didn't know I could do this before. Let's see, destination station weather was 5. So current weather at destination is 030 at 0 knots. So wind is calm, basically. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, that was Zulu. If I can read. 320 at 5 knots. There we go. And it's variable actually from 290 to 360. So yeah, 35's a good runway to aim for, it looks like.
What's our ETA?
No clouds, yeah. Our ETA is, let's see if this will tell us here. Oops. 6 was closed window. It's not. Let's keep that's time. ETA 20, is that to Imbom? That's not what I want. Well, let's do it this way. Total distance left is 222 nautical miles. If you figure we're averaging about at cruise altitude about well, that's not accurate. But the ground speed's going to be about 400 knots, let's say, average. So that's about a little over half hour.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm helping you with your immersion.
There you go. No, this is a 727, not an MD-80. Rematch, what? Oh. Oh, that had to be beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to get a cockpit ride sometime. That'd be awesome, but not going to happen in the States because it's kind of illegal on the commercial stuff anyway. We might be talking about military. It's a whole other issue. Electric Gaming, thank you for subbing. If it doesn't show up, it means you're subbed to private, but thank you anyway. I appreciate it.
How do you sub public?
In your YouTube settings, which I don't recall exactly. I think you just get there from the menu in YouTube. I think it's been a while since I've done it. Somewhere in there is subscriptions set to view public or something like that, or show public or something. And if that's not set to show public, then it won't pop up on your on people's streams.
Andy, at the current moment, he's flying a cargo plane. There are no passengers.
Yeah, exactly. Also, it gets a little dicey to start playing music on the stream because of copyrights. I watched a guy, Kyle Tesmer, has a channel and was always playing music, and I noticed also one of his videos got yanked off for copyright violation. So yeah, I mean, I could play, you know, royalty-free stuff, but that's not very good stuff usually. So, but yeah.
What about the electronica stuff you play?
That is royalty free. That's that I got from actually from YouTube's library that's available.
You can do like classical music or opera.
That's true. That's true. Stuff that's out of the sort of it's in the public domain.
Yeah, I don't see Beethoven getting any royalties.
No, he's long dead. I'm pretty sure. Old Ludwig. Try your best beatbox. No, not gonna happen. I do not beatbox. That definitely falls into what Tim called yesterday noise abatement violation.
Speaking of, have you ever heard of Australian country music?
No.
It is the strangest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Sounds very interesting.
I'd figure they'd play something like, you know, American music, but no, it's weird. I just don't know how to classify it.
I'm gonna have to search for that when I get on the ground here, because that sounds really interesting. I'm not really a country music fan personally, but that sounds interesting. I guess what I'm picturing at the moment is Crocodile Dundee trying to sing about a pickup truck and a dingo at the same time. You just realized I'm in the air? Oh my goodness. We almost weren't in the air a little bit ago. We almost came crashing down. Yeah, if you've already subscribed to TSZ, I don't think it's going to do it again. No, you don't want to listen to Moose beatbox, believe me. It will not end well.
They want to hear your bassy voice.
Yeah. Yeah, not for beatboxing, I don't think so. Sing for us. You know, I always was curious, because there's another streamer, well, I don't know if he's a streamer so much as he's he puts up YouTube videos, I don't know if he live streams. But his channel is called The Musical Aviator, and what got me onto looking at his channel is that it intrigued me. I was like, is he gonna sing like while he flies, or does he play music while he flies? And there wasn't anything to do with music on his channel, and I'm trying to figure out what makes him the musical aviator. Like I'm really curious if that's his hobby, other hobby, like he sings, and so that's why he's the musical aviator. Kind of like my nickname is Moose, I'm the Flying Moose, but I've never known why it's the. I always want to see if he would like break out in a song or something, or he looks like he might do you know, some nice aria or something, but I have no idea. Subscribe to pilots who beatbox. Well, you're going to be subscribing to a few pilots. Oh, there you go, TSZ. You figured it out. I don't know how you did it again, but awesome. Thank you for subscribing again. I don't know why you're in slew mode at all, quite frankly, because clickbaiter. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, could be. We're probably looking around 25 minutes, half an hour, something like that. I'm guessing we should be. We'll be starting our descent here in just a moment. Actually, we're 40 miles from inbound. We need to start descending now. Oh, no we don't. Just realizing we're at flight level 300, we need to be below 290. We'll head down towards, we need below 25 at Fatima, and that's not very far from there, so keep going. I'm back. We'll start us in now. Welcome back, Encrypted. How was your pizza?
It's good.
Kind of makes me want pizza.
Pepperoni.
The best kind.
We'll go get pizza after you land.
I might. I did have pizza the other day, though, so I'll probably change it up. I'm not sure what I'm going to get for dinner. Yeah, some places still use 727s for cargo. Not very much in the United States anymore. I don't know if there's anywhere in Europe they're still being used. I do know they're used still in like South America and Mexico area, Central South America, probably Africa. You know, a lot of like more third world-ish areas are going to use them because they're not going to have any of the noise abatement restrictions. They can get them cheap because they're old. So. Screen frozen. If it locks up, it'll come back. It's just YouTube being dumb, buffering things.
$21.
21. I did not crash, no.
Not yet.
You did.
Not yet. Well, We got to slow down here to 280 knots to cross Iddenbaum. Looks like our minimum safe altitude for the area is going to be 4,000 feet north of the field and 3,000 feet south of the field. Yes, ish plays. I don't know the best way to set that up other than maybe try emailing me or contact me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. In fact, that's probably the best way to start is if you want to do either Facebook or Twitter, which is easier to connect through than Instagram is, do that and then send me a message, private message, and we can talk that way. That's probably the best way to do it. We went down, I don't know what he's saying, Pacific. Yeah, I'm confused, unless you're talking to somebody else, Patrick. We came down from Dublin to right over the the mouth English Channel and down into over the tip of France and then down to Spain. Was our routing, if that's what you're asking. Alright, we'll hold here at 25,000 feet. I'm not sure what we're carrying today. We're carrying some stuff for Clive, apparently, but I don't know what he's got back there. He didn't disclose it on the manifest. Whiskey, yeah. Lots of whiskey, apparently. These people in Portugal love their whiskey.
Or tequila. Was it tequila?
I think it was whiskey. I don't know that a lot of tequila is going to be coming out of Ireland. Maybe. I don't know.
You look that up.
Definitely some Guinness, probably.
Hey, Irish whiskey is the oldest in the world.
There you go. You're shipping Harambe? His carcass? Souls is really just myself and you find people, because those of you that are hiding in the cargo hold, I guess. Because it's a cargo aircraft, not a passenger aircraft. Miles from Fatima, and there we need to be below 250 and 280 knots, so let's go ahead and bring it on down to 7,000. I would imagine you're stalling if you're in a trike at like 250,000 feet. I don't think that works very well. Could be wrong. I don't think it does. There's Fatima. Crossing low 250. That's good. Heading to PT 405. So 42 miles to be at 7,000. Actually, no, sorry, we just need to be above 7,000. So actually, let's go ahead and aim for 8.
Ah, they got a drink called Ginja.
Ginja?
Yes, it's a favorite liqueur in Lisbon.
Interesting. Alright, we're going to be landing on runway 35. We are going to be taking, probably...
Okay, I'm sorry, Ginja.
Oh, Ginja, okay. Probably taking either uniform or we'll go all the way to the end to Tango, depending on how long our rollout is. Either way, we'll take uniform or Tango to Sierra, which turns into Romeo. And Romeo will take us all the way down to the cargo terminal in Lisbon. The other voice in the stream is Fat Man Moo, also known as Cali Moo.
Yes, Cali Moo, Fat Man Moo, same person.
Brian Gren, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, sir. Just in time to watch us land in Lisbon. Well, we're descending right now, so we'll probably land in the next 15 minutes or so. Maybe shorter. All depends.
So apparently they have their Ginja liqueur in chocolate shot glasses.
Interesting. Like the shot glass is made of chocolate? Is that what that means?
I guess, man. It sounds like a fat person's dream.
It does. Oh, very nice, Brian Grant. Way to go. Way to hit those practice ACTs. Well done, sir. Looks like transition altitude for this field is 4,000 feet. Speaking of which, let's get the... I don't remember what the... 1018.
Have you seen that game they have out now that's like nothing but ATC?
I don't know. Which one are we referring to?
Oh, I think it's like ground control.
Oh, no, I don't think I've seen that. got traffic off to our 10 o'clock here. You're on space and you're on fire. That does not sound like a combination of good things. Nice, Brian. Well, good luck with that. I hope you are able to get into Stanford. Yeah. Sergeant Major Patrick Harper wants you to move for everyone. Cali, move.
What? Sorry?
Sergeant Major Patrick Harper wants you to move for everyone.
Move where?
I don't know. Just move in general, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, move.
Yeah, move.
I thought you said move. I'm like, move.
You are in the way, sir.
I don't know. What do I get if I move for you?
It's a good question. You get our love. Alright, we're passing below 10,000 feet. Landing lights are on. We're slowing down to 250 and below.
Okay, the game is called Tower 3D.
Oh, that one, yes. Okay, I have seen that. That actually looks pretty fun. I saw Jeff Favignano playing that a little bit. I had like the first iteration of that from years ago.
Oh, you were watching the same video then. What was it? LEX?
Yeah. That'd be the one. Yeah, I'm really tempted to pick that up because that looks like a lot of fun, actually. Plus, I'm very familiar with LAX, so.
Funny thing is, I'm not even a streamer, and I'm already probably gonna get subs.
Well, it's like Tim has got a few subs. He doesn't have any videos up. He just has the account. Oh no, that's right. We want to go. Stupid. That's right. We crossed that. I want to go down to 5. Here we go. So we need to cross Odelix above 4,000 and max 220 knots, which we are 21 miles from. So we need to slow up a little bit more here. Actually, probably put out our slats here in a second.
Wow, the cow puns are starting to come out now.
Well, in order to set up an ILS landing, you have to be landing somewhere that has ILS, which the runway I'm landing on doesn't have ILS, so we're going to be landing completely manually. hit slats out.
Slats extended.
Actually, Sergeant Major, I'm more of a rum fan myself.
Here's our airport, by the way, Lisbon, right out the window here. I'm going to be coming around.
Is that what that red dot is?
The red, yeah, that's the runway lights for, not the runway we're landing on. This is 2 something, I think. Yeah, this is going to be our runway right here. This guy, 3-5.
Hey y'all.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, hello.
What y'all doing?
Flying.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you, man.
I'm trying to get back on YouTube. I can't find you no more.
Oh, that's weird. Well, you're just in time to join us for the landing. I'm just getting ready to circle around to land in Lisbon, Portugal.
Yes, you missed it. We almost died.
Yeah, we did almost die. It's true. We flamed out our engines. It wasn't good.
What is that? You would have to, what, pan?
Actually, I think at that point, that's Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Pan is serious, but not, like, immediate emergency. Like, if you got we got an engine out, so we just wanted you to know we're in a slightly elevated situation kind of thing. That's pan. We're going down kind of thing is Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. What's this blue thing over here? It's very pretty.
Well, I'd have to wait to see it.
Some kind of stadium thing or something, looks like, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it'll show up on your screen in a little bit. Yeah. We cross Oadlix yet? Not yet. Okay. Stay above 4,000 feet.
Oh, I don't know what that is. It's bright, though.
Yeah, it is. Let's see if I can't get a better look at it. Yeah, what? Oh, it's like a... Yeah, it's some kind of weird stadium thing. I wonder if that's a texture goof on the outside, though, with the blue. Because the inside it looks normal.
Is it blue on your screen?
Yeah, it's blue on mine. What's it on yours?
Almost like a clear white.
Really? You'll see it up really close here in a second. That looks blue for me. It clearly shouldn't be.
I see blue too.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Oh, I see some bluish glow to it.
Nowhere.
Looks and then above 3,000.
Hey, Batman Blue.
Yes, sir.
I cannot find him nowhere on YouTube. What?
Who?
On Flying Moose. I know I subscribed to him.
If you subscribe to me, then look in your subscriptions. It should be listed as The Flying Moose.
It's crazy.
Oh, and before I forget, move. There.
He did it, everyone. He did it. You can sleep peacefully now.
I found you.
Ah, good. Found it. This approach takes us kind of ways out here. NYPD Sergeant Williams, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir.
That's me. I forgot I had to make a new one because I forgot my other one.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, thank you for subscribing again.
Double.
I don't even remember what my SAT score is now. It's been so long.
Let me HST score. What are you talking about?
Oh, someone on the chat. On the chat was asking about my SAT score. Not sure why. We got traffic coming up here at 12 o'clock. Inflated Shark 37. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard.
I can't not found your last stream.
The let's see, what was it? That was the Nice to Dublin.
Okay.
Raul Mendonca, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard as I butcher your names. It's part of my job here as a YouTube streamer. Gotta butcher names. Gotta butcher the names.
I gotta wait to see what it says. You know, see how it's spelled.
Yeah, because it's got a delay. There it goes for you.
It's Raul Mendonca.
Donka. I wouldn't say I'm getting billions of subs, but I'm getting lots of subs, so for that I am thankful. I'm going to stay above 3,000 feet here. Go ahead and go flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Honestly, from your name, I would have said ish.
Yeah, that's what I started to say too. Looks like is-ish, but, or is-hish, I don't even know what it is. What's it supposed to be? What's he saying?
Well, it looks like it says ish.
Yeah, it does. Ish.
Or it could be ish.
Right. It's like ISIS with a lisp. We're coming around the runway right now, Roger. That was kind of like a base leg. This is basically turning toward final, kind of. And there's the city coming into sight. And the runway's out there somewhere.
I found a dock.
Wait, you what?
Yeah, flying the dock.
Flying in the dark, yeah. It's nighttime. We took off in dusk, and so the sun set while we were flying.
I always miss. No, I'm gonna hit the patient.
Did you give you around tomorrow, Moose?
No, I'm going to the Castle Air Museum.
He always doing
How about
something.
how about Monday?
I'm going to LAX, remember?
Dang it,
Next
how long do you
day.
do it this week?
Yeah, my weekend is... I'm doing things. Going out, taking names, and...
He only
play
streams
some with
on
me.
Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Yep. See, Kalimu knows what it's all about.
When my pills don't mess up my memory.
Yeah, well, there's that. Alright, so we're going to be at Immediate Nevito, which is not on the site. Oh, that's
Got
the
that eco pallet come in. Yeah, really?
What was that?
That it's good the pallet come in. If out, yeah, really?
Not...
It can't fly.
Who can't fly?
It's good pallet.
Oh, encrypted pilot. Oh, I gotcha.
Yes.
He can't fly? Why can't he fly?
Because I can fly better than all y'all.
Oh.
Whoa,
Okay,
dude.
buy yourself
I know
QD
that's good
7.
because, you know, I don't even fly. I don't even like to fly.
Well, encrypted.
You try flying a study level, then get back to me.
I can fly C-130, F-18, F-22s,
Oh.
F-35,
And let me guess, you're all freeware you found online, which are nowhere near realistic as what me and Moose can fly.
Well, that didn't sound good.
No, that was just disconnect the autopilot. It's fine.
Was it DCS you're flying it on there? Oh, what's his name?
Me?
Yeah.
No, he flies FS6.
Flaps 15.
I'm good at DCS.
FS 10.
Barometer set.
Gear down.
Gear
The only
down.
problem I have it is using
Flaps
GPS.
25.
So here's our runway right here. This guy's
See you
landing.
later,
This
CSC.
Oh, is he leaving? All right.
Yeah, he's out.
Some serious auto-gen here, man. It's kind of cool, actually.
Yes, I can go from some Frank Sinatra right about now.
It's a cool fortress right here, too. Coming around. Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Is that voice activated?
No, I'm hitting a switch. I've got my throttle quadrant set up to have flaps and gear toggles on it. There's our runway.
1,000.
Come on, Moose, you can do it.
No auto spoilers on this either, so I gotta hit them manually.
Fingers crossed.
Dude better get off my runway. Oh, he's gonna taxi down my runway. How dare you? There's a taxiway right next to it. How dare you? I knew he was gonna do that. Jerk.
Approaching minimum.
What plane you flying?
727.
Oh, that's too hard for me to fly.
100.
Oh.
Oh, there he goes.
Plane, actually.
He's getting off now.
50. 40.
What pilot?
30. 20. 10.
We don't fly easy aircraft.
Stay
Fly what's
on
called
target.
study level.
Thank you.
Stay on target.
Reverse thrust available.
Thank you, Porkins.
Spoilers deployed.
You know, he got it from behind.
Yes, he did. It came from behind.
You made it.
80 knots.
Bitch.
Yes, we did.
60 knots.
First thruster stowed. And we'll taxi down to the end here. All the way to the end. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Kill the spoiler. And we'll bring the flaps back up.
Nearly an old plane.
Alright. It's so much fun flying these guys by hand, I tell you.
Yeah, so it's an old plane. We almost died in it, too.
Yes,
What
we did.
happened?
We lost fuel pressure on our engines mid-flight.
Oh, wow.
Alright. Landing lights off. And we are going down to... Let's see, this is Tango here. We're going to take this to Sierra right here, Sierra 2. Alright, everyone. Well, welcome to Lisbon.
I think Sergeant Major just came from here.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So you're back. Thank you, Brian Gren. I appreciate that. I thought that was a pretty nice landing myself. Outside view, all right. Oh gosh, this is what we just.
Why
brought
is it
in.
whining like that?
Oh, it's because the view was going back and forth as it was trying to figure itself out. So like it's like zooming in and out of the plane real quick. Yeah, sounds real professional. Let's get our clearance here for the parking. We should be parking at 7. Portway, sure. I don't know what that is, but all right. Whatever you say, pussy poo.
Where'd that come from?
That's from Fifle Goes West. It's another great movie.
Oh, that's the second one. The first one was.
Yeah, first one was American Tail.
Yes.
And then the second one is fantastic for me as far as I'm concerned because of Tiger, which is the cat, and he tries to become a sheriff, and they do this thing called the lazy eye, and his character cracks me up. It's just hilarious. And John Cleese plays Cat Arwal, which is a great name if you're an adult and realize, oh, caterwauling. Okay, yeah.
John Cleese is just a really good actor to myself too.
Yes, I love John Cleese.
Wasn't he in A Fish Called Wanda?
Yes, I believe he was. Yeah, yes, yeah. That's not a good movie. Hello, Wanda. Him and what's his name? Kevin Kline was the the like bad boy guy.
No, when I used to live out in California, I was a Civil War reenactor.
Oh, really?
And yeah, we had actually had this the Screen Actors Guild come to us and ask us to be in a movie. Do you remember the movie Wild Wild West?
Yes. It's a good movie.
I played an extra.
Really? You talking about the Will Smith movie?
Yes, I was one of the Confederate soldiers that died when that big tank thing came out of the water.
Oh yeah.
And
oh, the guy's way over there.
Yeah, so I got to meet Kevin Kline and Will Smith.
Nice. Kevin Kline's one of the major reasons I love that movie.
What, Wild Wild West?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
You were in that movie?
Yes, as an extra, a dead extra.
That's funny. Do you actually get killed on screen, or are you just laying there on screen?
Yeah, we get killed, and then we just lay out there.
That's awesome.
I gotta say that Will Smith, being able to meet Will Smith, he was not a nice person.
Really? That's interesting.
But Kevin Kline actually sat with us and ate with us.
Oh, that's cool. I've always liked Kevin Kline. I like him more now. There we go. All right. Parking brake set. Let's get the, we don't have any ground power here, so we're going to have to get the APU on here. Get that firing up real quick. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I guess I have to shut the engine down first. Alright, switch over to APU for standby and chop the engines. Engine shut down. Alright, what an adventure that was, my goodness. Quest deboarding. And that. Cargo door. There's stairs, main door, cargo door. So they come getting in position over here.
Does that stuff work in single player, multiplayer, or not?
The GSX, you mean?
Yes.
I have no idea. I would imagine it probably would, because it's just, I mean, it's not going to show up for anybody else but me, I would guess. But I would imagine it would still work. So. But hey guys, we made it to Portugal, barely, by the skin of our teeth. And I say barely because of the mishap in flight. Playing Exorcist, please, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I was not a history major, actually. I was a political science major with a minor in history, so that's to answer your question. Oh, I'll remember you, Clive. Absolutely. You will be remembered, sir. That's great. What are we referring to, you guys? Oh, yeah, Monty Python. I love Monty Python. Monty Python is fantastic. Okay. Let's see. Looking at what I missed on this thing. I go on smooth landing. Nice. Alright guys, so that concludes our stream today. I want to thank Encrypted Pilot, Fatman Moo, Light76, Sandwich is back for the end here for the glory. Also FS Admin Helper Crazy Mike for coming at the end there. For you guys joining me on TeamSpeak, and then thank you all for watching.
I can't believe you're still on.
Well, I had to land, so you know it takes time.
Obviously.
Like and subscribe.
Oh goodness. So anyway, so thanks for joining. If you haven't already and you're wishing to, hit that subscribe button now before I end the stream, so maybe your name can pop up before it's too late. But also make sure you hit that like button and join me next week. Streaming days starting this coming week now are Thursdays, Friday, Saturday. Thursday evenings, Friday and Saturday generally it's going to be late morning-ish, but like happened today, sometimes stuff happens and we have to stream later, or something may come up and I can't stream, and if that happens I will post on Facebook, Instagram and stuff, so I don't leave you guys hanging. But usually if I'm not posting and it's just getting later, it's because I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to stream and I don't want to guess and then guess wrong. So hey, Mr. Ike's back now too. Awesome. Just in time to say goodbye. So alright.
Bye.
Thanks guys so much for all the support, and we will see you on Thursday. If you're in the California area and you're coming out to Castle Air Museum, I will be out there tomorrow, sometime probably around 1:32 until who knows when. But I'll take some pictures. I'll post those on Instagram for those of you that want to see those, and the other medias as well, like Facebook, Twitter, stuff like that. And then I'm also going to be out at LAX on Monday, so if you're down in the Southern California area and you want to come say hi, hit me up on Twitter or Facebook, and we can arrange to meet up. Alright guys, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time.